Hit go live now. Well, we are live. RVA Rap Elite episode 50 breakdown. Myself, Easy Leo. We are here.
Peace.
Man, all right. So look, I apologize for the delay. Because a lot of things have been going on. We had an epic episode 50. Shout out to Real Life for winning episode 50.
Yes, indeed.
Hell of a performance. We went to sudden death with Vintage. It was a return of Vintage A. We saw the return of Mila Mansa. There's a lot of returns. We got Sneeze back. We got Tone Red back. We hadn't seen Key Speech in quite a while. We got Key Speech back. We had one. So we're gonna get into it. We're not gonna waste too much time. Let me share my screen here. Let me also share this out. Shout out to Kid Deceptive and Splash Bandicoot, as well as Kazaya. Super shout out to Kazaya. Our road to Flag on the Moon. Super dope was definitely there. Our road to Flag on the Moon contest that we had this week, Kazaya got the most votes, so she's moving ahead to episode 52 in the Sound Clash. Episode 51, we're gonna see Splash Bandicoot versus Kid Deceptive. The winner of that will go on to face Kazaya. The winner of that will go on to compete against Blaine Cruz, who won the Sound Clash at episode 50 for a shot to perform at Flag on the Moon, as well as to perform at the Cool Keith concert tour. One moment here. All right, we shared that. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to the cipher. Ease. You on the phone? You busy, brother? You ready? You ready? Ease. Let's see if I can share my screen. You ready? What's good, Theo? What's good? Super dope. Kazai, what's good? All right, let's get started.
All right. Make some noise. Let's get to it.
Charnel.
My name's Charnel. I'm sorry. My name's Charnel. It's like my third time at the Cypher. My first time here. What's up, everybody? I feel like hitting these niggas, but where it really hurt. To understand your value, you gotta know your worth. Who give a fuck if they mad? You talking for a verse. Better be lucky you ain't talking niggas every word. They wanna throw me off, see me move the wrong way. But I'm the leader of my destiny, Beyonce. They say they showing me love, but it's beyond fake. Got me a LB girl, so for context. Talking niggas like new boys on the break. Put the drum on the break. I just pump out, make my day one. Day one, to cut them up like a stage fellas back in the state. They go drown them in the lake. That's the type of shit my niggas really be doing. Real no shit, real stupid, get real stupid. Thinking that you better than me, real stupid. Up in the impossible mission, I'm Tom Cruise. I'm proving scientifically I'm the best. Say I'm not disrespect, I'm perfection in the flesh. Ain't no one that you should test. More like you should confess, more like you should enjoy me on this west like Johnny. Know that I keep a blow back like Tommy. I can make a bitch tsunami wherever crummy. Turn your whole 2-line crew into some zombies. While I'm collecting copies from my hobby. These niggas just parlayed around the lobby. I'm going super saiyan, I'm on my body. I used to be fucking and now I'm a constantly a constellation. One of my generation is free smoke. For whoever given elation, this education. Over here to my destination. go take it, but the game too saturated and dictated. I'll congratulate when you make it, I can't take it. Do it grand like Cayman, real nigga, never wrote a statement.
All right. Ease, what you think? Fucking with you, because I know you got mad shit going on over there.
I think that she was cool. You know, there was honestly nothing that blew me away with her performance, but she had some cool bars. I just would like to see when it comes to the delivery and the flow a little bit more, that loosen up more, get more comfortable, you know, a little bit more that rapper swag on you know, when you delivering about, because it seemed a little you know, 1-2 type of, it seemed just a little bit too methodical, I guess. Didn't really like flow, but the she had some cool bars, and it was solid. Just you know, just wait to get the higher scores, you know. I would say just practice more to where you get comfortable enough to where it flows out, you know, a little smoother.
All right. Yeah, I thought Charnel did very well. I love the vocal projection, love the confidence. Had some really some dope standout lines. The complexity of the pen could push a little harder, but I do think that the lines are getting a little bit slicker and more clever each cipher that she competes in. So I have any criticisms there. I like the 2 Live Crew, turning your whole 2 Live Crew into some zombies. I like the leader of my destiny, Beyonce. I like these lines. I definitely could hear the flow switch up a little bit more. So I could definitely, agree with that. It did get, methodical towards the, as you're moving through the verse, but I thought it was definitely a good performance. So I'm looking forward to her progression. It's been better and better, I think, with each cipher. So.
I'm ready. One. What's going on? Mickey Biz. Okay. Look. My narcissism was better than party wisdom if no option given. Later terms raising the world with no pocket prison. Partiality covers my darkest fallacy. So we focus on the wins today. We can lose later. Tomorrow was guaranteed. Wednesday was Tuesday. Now it's all about cards, hands, and FanDuel. Niggas win championship pockets. Split them like the smooth razor. Young and rich in my gun. Living like the Tomb Raider. Nickel plated tool blazers. My Uzi weighs a ton. Public data be number one. What's the truth? Flavor shoot your son in the face. Wrote it in the newspaper. Okay. Keep going.
I think we could pause that, yeah. I mean, I feel like we all know the main takeaway from that.
Yeah. I mean,
Practice.
yeah, you got to come with preparation. One thing I will say, got to utilize y'all time. I know that there was a lot of time between when the signups happened and when the cipher occurred. One thing I always try to tell MCs, just because you have a lot of time does not mean that you take that time and procrastinate on your writing. You should, especially on an episode like this where the stakes are so high. Where I was trying to tell everybody, one, you on a big stage, whether it was going to be Ember, or whether it was going to be Broadberry, you're going to be under some bright lights and have an opportunity to shine, get some great content out of it, if anything, and be in front of a large crowd. This was a hell of a crowd to be able to rap in front of. And this is a perfect time to become, memorable. And most people had 2 months, almost two full months to write and memorize. The amount of stumbles that we're gonna see definitely shouldn't have been. Life occurs, but preparation is key. Take advantage of your opportunities, take advantage of your time.
Yeah. And you want to, when you got that much time, you want to not be lazy about writing your verse. You want to write it as early as possible. Like, get as many bars down as early as possible. That way you can start going over it and refining it in the weeks to come. Like, just spitting it in the car. You know what I'm saying? When you come home, spit the verse a couple of times, and you could just tweak it and refine it. And the more you spit that joint, the more it's gonna become muscle memory, and you're gonna start doing it without, like, certain parts of the verse. You're just gonna start doing it without memory. Of course, there's gonna be, those couple bars where, like, you want, still be having to remember that, like, the night of, go over, over and over that night. But, like, the majority of that shit should be like muscle memory by a certain point, and you should just be constantly refining it the whole month.
Yeah, with 2 months, you should definitely have muscle memory by the time it comes to kicking it. And the only reason you wouldn't be is if you've been, editing it and, changing it, all the way up into, which I can understand doing that as well. But that should be the only reason, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that was the reason for, some of the stumbles that we got. I think a lot of folks just really waited to the last minute. And I thought it was a great night, great cipher, but I ain't gonna lie, I was a little disappointed by, and no shot to Mickey Biz. It's not to him alone. You'll see this as a reoccurring theme. I was a little disappointed by, one, the amount of no shows, and two, the amount of chokes that occurred. Really wanted, everybody to show out, because this is a big opportunity for everybody. So next time, we got episode 51 coming up, Ember, our first time at Ember, big opportunity again, to make a good showing for yourself. So I would take advantage. It's only 3 episodes left.
Oh, be the bomber, man, represent Southside, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what we do? 50 years of hip hop, man. I want to say my piece, man.
Shout out to Cara. Good points there.
Fuck with it though, hard. This is so hard. Yeah. Yo.
Shout out to Be the Bomber.
Yo. Here when I'm coming from, ghettos and slums. I welcome a better outcome like Malcolm. By any means, with the green. Got a dream like Martin. Need to eat a lot of stomachs and starving. Be young G's, hold trees like Tarzan. Don't believe in nonsense. See, common sense got me making honest sense. Honestly, my mind woke. 9 to 5 got me in the bind. Keep on the grind. I won't go broke. Place the old money won't make me. My own driving ambition gon' take me. Me, the same thing. It's kids worse than the babies when it's 9/11. And the signs say you ain't ready. One day here, next day buried. Cause I'm trying to get married. Raise grandkids, die from old age. Not a bucket of gauge. Just to have enough strays till I switched up my ways. On the minds. I'm Emcee the line. The country fucked up. Praying about crabs in a bucket of snakes. Circle my vultures sitting in wait. I'm going fishing and hip hop debate. And just wait. I'ma snag me a plate. I'ma eat today. You can say it's a gift from the curse. I don't care what you did, cause I'm living this shit firsthand. Seeing the worst, man. Think I'ma hit the verse in one word. Pain.
All right. Be the bomber. I like the content. You know, I like what you're talking about. Definitely, you know, definitely saying some real shit. As far as my critiques, it comes in just the technical stuff. When he rhyme more syllables. Definitely, you know, sometimes the end of the bars won't rhyming, or if it was just, you know, one syllable rhyming at the end.
It honestly sounded like he didn't really write to this beat. Like it was like almost like it was like the bars were supposed to be on like a different like tempo or something like that.
Yeah, the tempo definitely was off. Sounded like he was struggling with the tempo a bit, like he rhymed a lot slower than the actual beat. But you know, I you know, that was gonna be my other part, you know what I mean? Just, you know, get in the pocket a little bit more, be more flexible with your flow, kind of let it you know, oh, F is here. Bring F in.
My God.
My guy.
Peace, y'all. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, just definitely, you know, pick the flow up, get in, you know, find a pocket to get in, ride the, you know, flow within that pocket, get some, you know, get some rhythm behind it, put some more syllables in the rhymes, and then we can talk about, you know, some of the more other high level technical lyrical things.
Yeah, he definitely needed to find that pocket, cause yeah, the content wasn't super crazy, but it wasn't like the content wasn't like horrible. Like, so if he would have like strung the bars together in a way that made it more enjoyable to listen to in the moment, you know what I'm saying, it would have been a lot more elevated of a verse.
I agree. He who cooketh. I like that. I like that screen name. Shout out to you. I appreciate you as well for tuning in. Yes, our next episode is August 20th. I'm supposed to have my banner up. August 20th is episode 51 at Ember. You can buy tickets at rvarapelite.com. So we would love to have you pull up. So if you we're going to be at Ember Music Hall.
Work with us. Is my mic on?
RVA rapelite.com. F, were you? I think everything was summed up for Peter. We can move.
Yeah, y'all nailed it.
Bet.
Hey, y'all.
A lot of name brand beat choices.
Alright. Hola, señora. You walking with that fool. You got that attitude. You being kind of rude. I say, hola, she don't know. That means she don't say hi. She just look me in my eyes and making me feel so weird. Know your names. Smile at your face. Into your darkness. That messy darkness. So get you from you made it like it's part of another thing. When you started, if you clear that I'm there. You see that I'm there. How you end up in my story talking. Can't stop watching. Lock it up, they gon' fix some crusty things. To take you on body. Treat you as extra body. If I get you in the street, that means I'm coming with me. But if you look it off, if that thing you coming with me. So, nigga, that I'm really just a bringing baby. I was you swerving in my lane and you acting this way. You were not on my radar. You should have stayed far. You seem to act and play hard. Cause when we come face to face, you was silent. So you, not on mine. Your ASL, can't give me a sign. You got your nose up at me and you don't even know me. Yeah, that's crusty. All of it just living rusty. I must be ET the way they looking at me. I know you caught your man looking at you all when it's on. You try to choke on my clothes to make you feel secure. But you just don't know that point getting in my feels. I don't want a girl. He ain't dumber than me. Now I'm going to sleep beside the bees. He coming for free. But if you gonna keep on staring, I'm gonna charge you a fee. But for now, just take a pic, make sure you hashtag me. You can add me, but I'm my mother, so watch your tongue before you mention me.
Yo, shout out to All American Muslima. I saw, she's been struggling with projection. She's been struggling with confidence and getting her verses off. You know what I'm saying? I think she gets a bit of anxiety on the stage. So I still think projection is definitely something that she got to work on, as well as some other technical things. But I was happy to see her get through that verse, and the energy she brought with it was a confident energy. It sounded like she was telling a real, like, direct personal story. Like, so
all her should be sounding like it's got some, like she pulls it from her life, like she be
right,
like she's using this as like therapy kind of.
Right. Yeah, I like the line. She was like, "Yeah, you basically like, yo, you insecure. Your man looking at me now. He trying to crack jokes on my clothes to make you feel secure." You know what I'm saying? Like, homie, but low key already in my DM. Like, I just like that. I like that. That mental picture, that picture she painted. Because that's some real shit. Like, a nigga, like, really, like,
That's a great bar.
It's a great bar, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a great, like, life experience bar, you know what I mean? Like, I just like that. So yeah, I think she knows what she got to work on. As far as the technical side, we can get back into, like, rhyming more syllables together, making sure all of those lines from line to line all line up and rhyme. Because I think she breaks the rhyme a bit. But I feel like, just keep getting more comfortable on stage. Keep up with the memorization, and then, graduate into some of the more technical things. So I'm not, yeah. He quickly says she seems shy. Yeah, definitely shy. But I think that's the beautiful thing. She's been on the stage like 4 or 5 months straight, so, and one of the first people to sign up each month. So she's definitely on a personal journey in this. So we love that. I love to see that, because as time moves on, we'll be able to look back and see her whole trek through this.
Yeah, and then she ends up like Gray Hoodie Jason. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, exactly. exactly. And then we'd be like, yo, y'all ain't even remember, like, way back when she was hardly being able to be heard. Yeah, madam, much I agree. All right, let's go.
Real quick, before we get to the next MC, I need Team Bryce, the entire Team Bryce, to be in agreement.
Man, oh man.
Is Rep here? So, Blaine Cruz is first. Please let Melodic know which beat you rapping on.
This was the first time the MCs had beat options.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Something we'll definitely do again.
Yeah. Yeah. The dogs on the right, me. The grass must green on this side, go catch him a glimpse. And I'ma meet you halfway, I catch you deep in the fence. Can't breach the fence. One man army, they can't harm me. If you big man on the block, your teeth get a brick. I'm heavy stepping like a probate, creasing my kicks. And trying to step up to my level, this is steep as it gets. You hear the mic roll, caught between the lines, which means you in danger. Fail to climb the mountain, that's why we call him the cliffhanger. Stop lying here, you not Mufasa, you imposter. That is my children, I ain't a proud daddy, don't call me Oscar. Tell the producer if he giving too many aways, I might turn around and dish his ass on the beat that he laid. Like why these rappers always buddy, hooking elbows. I'ma step into the brain, throwing hooks and elbows. You caught my wave, but I ain't giving hellos. When I decide an hour, you should ask the ain't finna solve for you. All that talking is relevant. say he fly, he just another bird with a big mouth. A pelican, you got no sort of skill. I played your first track and cut the flows off like you forgot to pay the water bill. Say you want to smoke, but I'm a hand in the air. And now you something in the water flow, the word for real. Your baby mama dropped on her knees like they on sale. Then I dropped the nut on her head like an acorn fell. I know it's offensive, but witness. I ain't built with the friendships, only built with the misfits. Until multiple winners, let's talk to new beginners. After I finish this verse, you won't need no further convincing. Murderous intentions might be a murder conviction. I got my head on straight with the turn for the wicked. The nerve of these niggas, I'm about to start a version of whispering. But ain't no proper names, cause y'all deserve my attention. It's cool.
Hey, snap.
Yeah, he was right. I like the wordplay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, presence is up. He had some dope lines. He had some shit. I like the hooking. MC's the hooking elbows. I came in the ring with hooks and elbows. He said a lot. I like the projection, the flow. Shout out to Lane Cruz. He also became our Sound Clash champion at this episode. He will be waiting in the wings at season finale for the winner of the title eliminator Sound Clashes that will occur at episode 51 and 52. The winner between him and the winner of those Sound Clashes will have the opportunity to perform at Flag on the Moon, as well as perform at the Cool Keith Tour concert in November. So shout out to Blaine Cruz. He's in the driver's seat of the Sound Clash right now.
Yeah, I might should have gave him a 0.5 on the run back.
Yeah, he was cooking. I'll see what I gave him. He scored 12. I gave him a 9. Gave him an 8. Nick gave him a 9. Right on. Got a great response from the audience as well.
Yeah,
That was the biggest pop up into that point.
Congratulations on your win earlier. I go by the name Nana B. Driving shit. I'm too bad, B. Everybody get that shit.
That bring your own beat idea sounds dope, but that sounds also like a logistical nightmare for anybody. For hip hop, for anybody.
Yeah, we can't put the DJ through that. Like,
oh my god.
And like people might bring up some crazy mixes up there, to be honest.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
There's no consistency in like quality.
Yeah, be pulling the wildest YouTube beats.
YouTube beats. That's what I said. They be bringing their favorite J. Cole type beat. Send it before.
I don't give a fuck about who you love. I'ma make you live because they overrated. Like it's overrated, not underrated. I'm the underdog. They know I'm big. Time still the living like it's from the door. The first for the store, the sacrificial honors. Thinking that you harder than a rock, I put you under. I put it to blood. Everything from your waking life into your slumber. Yeah, niggas on the corner, watching my change. I'm writing for no places, ready to stop the race. Metal up, watching on joke, another one bites the dust to another. And another motherfuckers thinking this shit is a water. Look me not here, I come. I'm reading the top one time when I'm done out. You're going to pull it and everything out. The clothes around motherfuckers put my name in my mouth. I think out bricks. Reading the top 26. Sweeping the house 49 shots, ready to let the morning out. Copy drum, hum steady. Lick these sounds that rest in pieces. Scattering free. Never matter to me, I'm shattering dreams. I feel like no shit from bed. Sleep. You let me another motherfucker white like me. Never met a bad bitch on that scene. Other women wishing I switched team. And I pull out the strap and turn the back. Everything fake. Black and then red the way. Cause he can take his either way. It's just a day. But we can break his soul away. Cause you can die 100 ways on any given Sunday day. I learned to love respect. Hate the hate. Within the balance. The one you carry. All the shots like a war. You gotta switch it for me. I be short and heavy. I can take I ain't ever average. Give a take when I need I have it. Damn right I wasn't made for the most of the average. Catch me in the shadow gallery. More with the wind, the water beneath me. Check the signs I can want to heat them. Feeling right when I'm going with heat them. Let your soul let you give me a reason. It's 50th episode and it's been 60. Ain't nobody not gonna pick up people. I can hate you more than you needed for me to believe you to hear it. Just me, you know what I mean when I sing it, I feel it.
I love that verse from her.
Yeah, yo, that joint.
That shit was hard, yo.
Yo, the pocket she was in is crazy.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That was crazy.
Yo, to be able to say that, right, is crazy for her because that's always been the issue, you know, that she's had.
And she was the first person to use that beat, right?
I think so. Yeah.
She snapped on that joint. Like, and to be honest, like this might be a hard like correlation for some people, but like that her flow in that joint reminded me of like Flesh and Bone. Like, I don't know if niggas ever listened to Flesh and Bone's like solo album, but like besides that, like if it was melodic, it'd have been just like it. It was like that sort of cadence though. She was fire.
All right, so she said y'all shorted me on points. We all each individual.
What I give her?
8.5.
She was on her little crucial
8.5. Yeah. I probably should have gave her a 9. And I think I went back and forth on this too.
I think it's the fact that like it still wasn't as digestible as we probably all felt that it could have been, as far as clarity is concerned.
Yeah, I can that I can grant. I can definitely get with
because even though the flow was fire, we still be looking for them like the moments, them lines is like, okay, this is why you deserve the 9, the 9.5, the 10 type shit.
I 100% can agree with that. The content is still hard to digest. Because I can't give you my favorite lines, right? I can't give you but I know you're saying shit, but it's hard to digest a little bit.
That's the joint. Like, if I listen to it again in the whip, I'm gonna find like shit.
Here, I got a word for her. Quotables, yo. That's it. Like, if you hit that same flow, right. not even to say you have to hit that same flow every time. Like, you can rest on the power of your flow, but every now and then just leave us with a quotable that we can, like, after the verse is over, we can say, yo, that line, woo, woo, woo. It's crazy like that. I think that's the key.
And not even just for us to be able to, but also you can pop the crowd with a line as well. Because the thing is, when you get into those types of pockets, people are already like, oh shit, you rapping. But then when you hit us with a line on top of that, some content or a few lines that regardless of which are like, oh, that was fire, that was crazy, she said that. That's and gets that reaction. I think that's really what ends up taking you over the top to get you those higher scores. You're not really going to see nobody get the 9s and 9.5 to 10s without some lines that actually move the audience. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the only thing. I would say you're getting to the point of mastering. I ain't gonna say mastering, but you're getting to a point of successfully tearing pockets up. Now it's
his body in that joint.
Yeah, now it's about making sure you get that clarity so that the shit you're saying is hitting, and make sure the things that you're saying, these lines that you're saying, are things that, oh wow, that was clever. That was clever, or that I made that line made me feel something. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give her credit on this. Like, she does say some like.
Yes.
She'll say some real shit. Yeah. She'll say some poignant shit, right? But it might just be like where it lands or how it lands. So like, it's like keep doing what you're doing, yo. Just keep perfecting and refining it. Like,
so what I'll say is
keep those things in your head.
Here's what I'll say about that. It'll be similar to what I said to Pharaoh, and we saw a difference in Pharaoh the last time we saw him. I told Pharaoh that no offense, but I told Pharaoh that he rapped like a fortune teller. And, it was a big funny thing in the chat and all of that, but it wasn't disrespectful. What I was saying was, you say a lot, right? But the way that you arrange this shit, it just all sounds like a lot. It don't really sound like you're setting this up for me to digest it in a way that I'm supposed to be impacted by it. By the time I can even hear that you saying something, you already muddying it up with something else, or it didn't land on the beat in a way that I had the room to react to.
Yo, this is the thing, yo. The setup for real, a lot of times, is more important than the actual line, or it's just as important. Let me not say more important, but it's just as important as the line you're trying to land. Those things go hand in hand.
Absolutely. I think we said it all. I think she's listening. She's been listening in show.
Shout out to you, Madam V. Fire, yo.
Absolutely.
Look, I owe you a 0.5 on that joint. I really do like
that. Look at that showmanship.
She killed it.
Oh gosh, this was egregious.
Name I mean, damn.
Oh, he was reading off his shit.
I'm literally, if you can see me in the dark.
Yeah. I'm gonna start now. Use the first seconds to figure out what to talk about. I spaced out all day, say write the verse. It could be a lesson or self-sabotage to add stress in. Could make it easy for me to I ain't resting. But the last time I did that, someone gave me a 7. Maybe I need threats and maybe gun bars. But then you'll speak that for the kid. You Corey John? Don't ask if that bar too. They think I went too well, my nigga on. No need for you to run tail or anything for my Lord. The goal is turn you into a stand. You care for it. I'm looking for a good sound plan. You up for it. Regardless of the rule of cash, I'm going for it. Thinking of it, I am. And I float like Jody rolling up right door. Get that train. But something's off like lots of white folk. Might have to take dirty like lots of white folk. Burn this bitch up like the sun do white folk. Like, let me just get off the white folk. There's something here like something said, damn. Look, I can come back from the dead and run back to the cloud. And you still figure it out because you ain't real life. And that's history of a lie. Keep looking hard for to find a better view. Better chance seeing picture and a dicky suit. And some tears coming back from the gym. And when you ask about him, he doesn't say him. Super dope, fool, the bar break. Coolest boy kicking if it ain't you must know Johnny Cage. Get your girl over here, burn the sage. She know I got to go like ball heads on the stage. And I'm out.
Man, my apologies to the motherfucking cipher. I should have did the same thing Radio did and scored him a 5 for pulling out his phone. I don't know why it was I don't know why that was I didn't catch that crazy in that moment. But yeah, I should have
what did I give him for that? Because it's like the verse was hard, yo, but I just remember a 7. Yeah, like I regret that too. Like we can't do that, yo. We just can't do that, yo. And that we can't set that precedence either that you can still gain points for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, literally, me giving you was because you rapped
the
good.
verse was good. Yes, it's like I judged the writing, and he would have. And my thing is, he would have got a much higher score had he kicked that shit off the dome. You know what I'm saying? Like, but still, it's that's not the move. That's not the move.
See, let's see. Trey, yes, I did give him a 5. He said, man, I'm trying to figure out what Radio gave him. Because he said, yeah, so speaking of precedents, you know, you got the other MCs that like literally like, yo, I had to get up there and fight through my shit. If I ain't know my shit, I got to get up there and fight through it. You know, you got to go up there and fight through it. You can't.
Yeah.
You know, some people were like, oh, why I ain't turn the beat off on them? Or why you let that? We're not going to do that. You know what I mean? But we're not going to reward you for it. You know what I'm saying?
Why that
it's like he should go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say he should have like if anything, like I hate to say like call out or no show, but so you better off like saving that verse and memorizing it and spitting it next month and just spitting something you already know, because like your footage looks crazy now. You know what I'm saying? Like your footage is gonna be of you reading it off of the phone on stage. You know what I'm saying? Where you could have just kicked something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's
man.
like you kind of like mess your own footage up.
Yeah,
unless you don't care about it, but
give us a song verse or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This in that situation, just go with something you know. If you know you got some heat on that verse, save that, yo. Save that because you had a lot of dope lines and what could have been great moments, but now they have an asterisk beside them.
Right. You know, and I mean, I'm all about bringing shame back. You know, so I understand everybody out here living shameless, but you know, we're gonna shame you for that. Big thumbs down. Can't do
No.
what? Oh no. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Smack your hand.
And you and look, and that's a super talented, no pun intended, super talented MC and artist. You know what I'm saying? So think about, you know, always think about these things. You this is not the environment you're gonna get away with that. I know you think you can be comedic and funny about it, but a lot of people were talking about that. So don't do that.
I go by the name Rosetta.
Oh, there's a big story behind this verse. We're gonna talk about it.
Bear with me. I'm killing that Barry, goes by son. Also, you might know, you might not. Here we go. Yo. For starters, Barry, get on my nerves. That nigga in no way. Y'all better run giving me air. This was a big mistake. Whoever thought this up must have been giving bass. Real shit. That was a high pitch. No racial way. Now this kid gon' be another pat who tried to come up and rap, whipping on a bunch of who the fuck is that? And now my name beside a bunch of trash. I'm fucking mad, but my shit go in the dark. Don't need something for that. It's your golden opportunity. I get nothing. I should catch them on the zoom around and whip something. Enjoy your little screen because the end's coming. Even Goldberg fell, thinking the bad booking. What I'm trying to say is you next. German suplex. I had a round away shit raw like a Walmart working. How she greeted me with a smiling face. Bring around the way that's been a long time coming while Danny's same cooking. Nah, you're very headed and it's probably trash. I'm a pass. The caliber like the smash. Only I can grasp. This shit is funny. Y'all bury that entire class. You in your 20s name buried, dog. I gotta laugh. I need a stage. You can smell lime fluids on it. It's the Rouge 540 and that cushion rolling. What the fuck y'all niggas think I'm finna do to Norman? The rectangle ice, I look like I'm chewing orbit. There goes the way I played it, I put you in orbit. So sun will be back in the sky for you in the morning. You should be thankful you ain't pushing your beauty's performance. I'm pettier than loss of Pippin for choosing the Jordan. Now if your shots all kind, we are not the same. Respect yourself and go diversify your garden game. Sometimes I aura Teddy P, at times it's like a flame. You got the aura of that nigga singing shot the rain. You need some fashion shit for set my feet. I put some wardrobe with just my jeans. My niggas moving too, but they ain't the same type keys, my nigga.
Yo, let me say something real quick, yo. Hey, yo, if Vintage wasn't the logo, yo, I would nominate Rossetti to be the logo, yo. Like, the fam came a long, like, fam, I rock with him. Like, he's shown a lot of growth over the years, yo.
For sure. I think when we say that, I think if we had a logo, you know, he would be in a nomination somewhere for the Southpaw logo somewhere.
Yeah.
This is his first time being back in the Rap Elite Cypher in years, since he really got into battling on the Southpaw side, and it showed because not in his way of performing, but just because, you know, I say this, Rossetti is for Southpaw as a company man. He's like he's like the John Cena over there or something. Not to say the face necessarily, but the guy that is truly there for the company, with the company in mind. And with that being said, his whole verse was dedicated to the battle that he has up. So we have a card coming up called Sanction, September 17th, Southpaw Battle Coalition at Ember Music Hall. And Rossetti is our River City champion. That's for those that don't know, that's like our United States or Intercontinental title. He will be defending his title against Sun. That's going to be crazy. What the hell is that noise?
Oh, sorry, it's probably me.
Mute your chewing. Yeah, the guy, he went crazy on Sun. A bunch of dope lines in there. It's gonna be a good battle. I think he showed definitely his comfortability on stage with this. Tons of dope lines. I think it had he got some reactions, but I think he might have had a hard time connecting with the audience because they might not be aware of exactly who and what he's talking about. But otherwise, I thought it was a very solid performance.
Look, I'm just gonna say this much, son. I just want to say this much real quick, son. Like, yo, he had a lot of lines in there, yo, and those are not in his battle. So, like,
Fact.
those were the throwaways. Like, if you think about it, so just keep that in your head.
That's a fact. All right, wait.
All right. Next up to the stage, Team Illa Styles. I need Pop Burner, Sean King, Shalicia Sanders, Trey St. Fauntleroy, and Tone Red. Y'all should have been in the green room. And I need Team Lil Rock to the green room. Team Lil Rock.
I really feel like very few people took advantage of the full 2 months they had.
Green room. Team Illa Styles to the stage. Pop Burner, Sean King,
We got some dope
Sanders,
verses.
Trey St. Fauntleroy, and Tone Red. I know Sean King gotta do what he gotta do.
We got some dope verses, but
we shoot it in the cipher.
Next time y'all can get some extra time, I want y'all to use that extra time wisely.
I need everybody on the stage. Everybody on Team Illa Styles on the stage. On the stage. On the stage.
This joint is hard.
It's your favorite cameraman. Remember, you need a music video? Do this for a living. I'm ready to use it.
Sean King shot the footage. Had to take a moment to.
Hey. Look. Hey. See, I ain't tripping on your OnlyFans, but I'm supposed to be your only fan. What's a king without a queen? It's just a lonely man. Used to be down, but you ain't sticking to the plan. Call you jelly, only eat me in the gym. I'm working what you need. Get anxious when you leave. That forest will leave. Get lost inside the trees. I just want to see you on a better side of life, but you can't seem to get it right. No, see, I ain't saying that I moved on. I'm just moving past you. Only hit me when the rip me past two. Talking like you need 12, 15, like a quarter past noon. I need change. I need a quarter past you. Look. I said I love her, but I need change. I need that money, getting money in that new rage. I had to freestyle, came up, I got it real wild. I came out crazy, looking like a wild child. Yo, stupid, I know I gotta get back to school. So stupid, I know it. Hold up, I could have dropped it, but still popped it. I got it loaded. I bet you niggas think hold up. I got the 30 like Steph. Shit on my shit look like a rap. I mean, these flows dumb crazy. I gave my shit done, wavy, look. See the flow so cold, like I was born inside December. Like big news, so when they fall, I say temper. Like I used to use it, so I beat them in the cruiser. Call me a DJ, cause I want song. And I'm always getting red with these red and blue diamonds when the smart was the feds. Hey, it doesn't matter, say, yeah. Shout out to every last one of you. Is a beautiful blessing to be here. The rappers and the trappers, we out here. Shout out Radio B for the opportunity. I'm going to camera. Y'all be the best.
Shout out to Sean King.
Oh, he started out crazy.
At least he did not pull out his phone.
Right. Now, I started out with clever lines. He's always a clever MC.
Great production too.
Just gotta prepare. But he be having a lot going on. He was filming the joints. Can't knock him. But I would like to see fully prepared Sean King. I think he can compete at a high level.
What up, y'all? I'm saying my lyrics not on radios and studios because I tour the world like Michael touching my booty house. I'm never tripping, no one doesn't calculate it to report. I will not play your equal, you should be my support. I can't support me when you talk. Now for shit, I can't you show me something you not treating. I'm gonna check that for respecting each one of my 99 problems in it. One of them sufficient. I guess that be my baby father. I'm a mother like the daughters. I can raise my daughters. So you wanna war with me, I'm making this like father. I can try to murder, but supporting your honor. Why you trying to build an empire with throw up in the startup? A lot of shit got said, I never took time to address it. Every bitch who touches stage will have to show me some respect. Understand it. You don't know what beauty on my chest. Even when I choke, I gave bitches something to digest. Even when I feel roasty, I'll never do too much. And it's why these niggas funny like I get one of the bloods. Big fail, y'all must know shoulder. I might go a bit with your bitch, you know my nose so big. Ain't shit changed, but my name, you know, your box is still the same. I'll get you back beside you and still pump you out the frame. There seems to be some disconnect, I'm too far to your frame. She be spitting like she sick, you know, the truth is I'm insane. And I'm trying to bring all niggas, they cannot improve my bitch. I love my big old fashion, but I do not like a bitter. You know, you bring Rosetti, yo, I love it like my sister. The nigga shit like baby, like my sister. Everything is so me, I do that thing for Wisco. You know that nigga chicken in me, I'm a can of Crisco. Speaking now, 919.
You know what? You know what? I think it was the ending that fucked me up on my score, but I shorted Mel on that.
She body.
I definitely should have scored her higher. I scored her a 7.5. Yeah, she and Ease scored her a 7. You scored her a 9. We was off. I definitely would at least give her like an 8.5. I think an 8.5 would have been more suitable. She had lines in there. The verse wasn't long though, but you know all these verses are supposed to be shorter than minute 30. I felt like she got to the point. She said a lot of slick shit. I like the 99 problems line was crazy. Even when I choke, I give him something to digest.
Crazy. Even that I love Rosetti like my sister.
Yeah, I love Rosetti
Crazy.
like my sister. You know the storyline behind it all. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Nah. I definitely.
She ate.
She should have been. She should have been scored higher. I dropped the ball on that one. It was the ending. She made it look like she lost her shit, but if she would have just stopped it solid, I probably would have never even thought about it like that.
Bull City, Durham, North Carolina. What you doing, y'all?
How y'all doing tonight? Yeah. Hold on. Okay. I'ma keep believing, believe it in me. I'm leaving receipts, I'm a beast on the beat. I'm dangerous rabies, I'm taking my teeth in the game. They bleed to weakness things. Look through your echo again. Back on my range, for I reach and capture this rage on my grief. Giant on page, this genius is in the making. Freeze framing memories in my mind. And I replay them and reassure myself that I'm heaven seen. And I can't angel divine claymation on God gave me. No PlayStation scam playing games. God is tripping like vacations, thinking in trade bases. Laser beam to his face, they lazy. Hair spraying black on more than graffiti from gangbangers. Believe it. We've been working and building like paid maintenance. I mean, memory. Dreams past the ceiling, I'm seeing successful hallucinations, the same delirium. I'm major serious, cause I'm a star. Game's major serious. In fact, constellations near when my gang appear, you gon' hear real rap. You don't name fierce, I'm like I'm that. I'm stepping on beats like they know one near me. Who I'm at? I came up from cracks, I was selling crack. Dog food, all these dogs and these cats, I can't take it back. A lot of shit I did, so I changed the track. Changed these tracks like a train. Still put your ass in the grave. What you saying? I'm paid. I got that passion and rage. Clean up. He got the battle and dragons with blades. What is he saying? Can't understand in my brain. On other dimensions, maybe a mothership, she alien invasion. I've been around since the days of Caucasian came in.
Such wisdom be reincarnated. How I'm meditating like I ain't been doing this shit since age 10. Came up from straight pimp shit. Most of them better than baby men. How the fuck that shit make sense? Meditating off the tree to respiration. Aspirations of attainment. Wanna be famous, that's what the aim is. Put my heart in to attain my next shit. I lost it.
Okay. I'm gonna say this again. Another L on my part. The stumbles fucked me up, but definitely better than a 5.5.
Yeah, for sure. What I give him?
A 7.
Mm-hmm. What about? Yeah, he did. I just remember he just didn't get through a clean. I like his delivery on that joint though. It's different from the previous ones, but it's still like that joint reminded me of Puerto Rican terrorists from Killer Army. Like that joint was hard. I rock with it. Dope delivery.
Yeah, I fucked that up. Bad.
Yo, I can see, and not to say she should do this, but I can see Madam V with like falling into those sorts of pockets too. Like I can see her being comfortable in those type of pockets. It's like a little bit slower, but
I think there's some synergy with her and that crew. I don't know what's going on. I think that she might be working with them.
I would like to see that. I would like to see that because I can see her getting comfortable like that with that delivery right there.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with me during this set right here. She said we've been cooking. Yeah, something going on over there. I want to hear.
I like to hear that. I got my eyes on Madam B this for next year, man, and for the rest of the season.
Tracy, I apologize. I would give you for that, even with the stumbles, somewhere like a 7 point, maybe 7.5. A solid 7. Okay, that's on me.
Look, at least you're owning up to it, see?
Got you. I'm gonna even say 7.5. I'm too. I've never been that far.
Yeah. Let's go. Hey, look. You looking at one of the originators. And rap elite, I rap with heat. The rest of these niggas, they think they refrigerators. Like they done opened the doors and made it cold, but I'm heating up. Now watch me throw them back on the stove. The king back, I'm just relaxing my toes. Feel like I'm in my living room, smoking a black in my robe. These niggas think they street. I leave a crack in they road. Get the spaz and have them looking like a napkin they fold. Now Steve said I'm a rapper that's old. Now you a young rapper that can never come after a rapper that's old. Bitch, I'm the upper echelon. He think he nice, cause he be running with repertoire. You just carry repertoire. My taste in his face. If you hear that gun go bang, let it jog your memory to bring your chain. This nigga mad, Aggie, he want more fame. Well, baby boy can get his ass beat gladly. I've been frames, I feel sorry for one Steve. You gotta be ashamed. There's always one minute in the group. They gotta be a lame. It's scary, that's the narrative, but fuck it. You gotta change. So I'm here to make them disappear from their circle. I'm Dr. Strange. I expose these old niggas. I'm about the game. Catch them slipping while they kicking it. Decide they in the rain, run up on them at the beach. When the waves get to crash and clap him, leave his body under the sea like Sebastian. Yeah, that's why I laugh at these crab niggas with fairy. When I can get they bitch wet like Ariel, nigga. That's a little mermaid scheme. I burn them up and rub it in like first aid cream. This is all red, nigga. What?
Yo, I love when Tone Red comes to rap, yo. Like, you know what you're gonna get, yo. And it's fire, yo. I rock with it.
Classic Tone. And it's so funny because what would separate him from like the top scores is it's very classic Tone Red. Tone would always start slow. Like those first like maybe 8 bars are like the feel out bars. It is not too complex. They just be real like light punches, like little like jabs with the same tone as the heavy punches, but they just don't have the complexity or the cleverness of those heavy punches. Like they'll be old type bars. And then as the verse goes along, he starts zinging with like these haymakers.
Yeah.
And he closes strong. So it's like it's always tough when you have to score that because people remember it for how it ended. You know what I mean? Which is why closing a verse is extremely important. But when you're getting scored for the entirety of your verse, you gotta start, strong too. So that would be my only critique. And probably the difference between, what I scored him in and where he ended out at.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I was gonna say it's funny, like him and Sneeze been dissing each other for so long, yo.
He been
like, I wish I knew like how long it's been going on. Him Sneeze and then like him and Jason was a hilarious beef that kind of like went on for a little bit, yo. I rock with Tony. Yo. He plays a great bad guy.
For real, he's one of the original heels of rap.
All right. Next team up to the stage, Team Lil Rock and Ethiopia, Balu, Uno, Sneeze, and Maggie. And I need Team Mike.
Okay, you see, I believe this is let me see, who is that? It's my man Chop Suey. Said it right before you typed it. And you say you need a more in-depth explanation of the scoring model. All right. Your verse is being scored holistically by each particular judge. So each particular judge may be looking for something specific, looking for something may stand out to them a little different that stands out to me, that might stand out to Nick, or might stand out to Ease. But you're being scored at it in a holistic model, meaning based on lyrical complexity, based on delivery, performance, confidence, flow, wordplay, punches, anything. Crowd reaction is a big piece. But genuine crowd reaction, not because your homies was there. You know what I'm saying? More so universal crowd reaction. Moments, closing your verse, cleanliness of your verse, getting through your verse clean, the clarity of your vocal tone, vocal projection. So I'm gonna list a lot of things because there's a lot of things that MCs are rated on, and we're looking at as being seasoned MCs. We're looking at things that are intangible as well as tangible. So that if that can answer, and we're looking for that in whatever you're in, and also the mastering of your style. So we're not looking for the same thing from everybody, meaning I don't expect everybody. I'm not gonna say, okay, punchlines are necessary for punchlines are necessary to score high. It's not necessary for you to punch to score high. It's necessary for you to have for lyrical dexterity and for you to say something that impacts and moves the audience.
And for you to be effective in getting your point across.
Maybe there needs to be more judges, more diverse as well in terms of age and relationship. I don't know what age determines has any kind of determination on judges and scoring. What I'll say is if I had to speak on, because I imagine this has something to do with Trey St. Fauntleroy's low score. If I had to speak on it, once again, I can correct a low score, but it's also had a lot to do with not getting through the verse clean. All sorts of different styles have been appreciated from in all sorts of age ranges, all sorts of backgrounds. What you want from a person that's scoring is to have a full understanding of what MCs can and will do and can and won't bring to the stage. So a lot of times, and you want somebody that actually cares and is following this shit.
And someone that's experienced, someone that's battled, someone that's been on multiple stages, someone that's done all of those things for a long period of time.
Right. You're
so
talking
about a real understanding of it.
That have really been in real ciphers, have really been on all sorts of different stages, been in battles, been done countless records, seen this from so many different angles. So if you say age group, you want a young person that never been through nothing as far as rap is concerned, judging all of these rappers and helping them develop in what way? It's not a lot of people that are really when we get to like putting all sorts of random judges in place, then you start to get random scores and random. When you really want to talk about bias, because you said relationship, I have no picks in this, which is why we have, and this you can say, look, what this season we've had 5 different champions on 5 different episodes, all sorts of different styles. So we can have this more in-depth conversation about judging, so I can get a better understanding of what your gripe might be. But let's move along.
Millions to the green room.
What's good, RVA? Rapidly make some noise. Go by the name of Emcee. Spit for y'all. We're gonna have some fun tonight, all right? Yeah, I've been blessed with a few wins lately. That's a fact, it ain't fiction. Still gifted with addiction to rap. I'm on a mission as a theater teacher, born to impact. So like my kids, I think it's time I teach y'all cats how to act. This ain't a one act, but one rap on this stage. Y'all relax around y'all like Sonic. I make you write sonnets about this fellow rap man. Giving God core trauma. I'm a fellow, a black man, bringing more drama like the DJ of Shakespeare. Or maybe King Lear. That's what you call fly royalty. You not about to toy with me. When I skip these bars off through, like it's me, you allow, I'm finna act brand new. That's what a grown man do. When he learns some truth, no refrains of pain and things that he been through. It's insane to paint the brain inside his dude. Who's trained to claim a lane, cause he thought was the cunning and shrewd and enemy me. He like Demo Perez fight, trying to handle bars and trusting me. So I had to step up and go fight. Had to knock him right out. It's Friday night lights, we get lights out. My nights about back and then leave. Even during the times I don't vibe with myself, finish heavy. That's scary when life seems kind of bleak. And self-doubt kicks in like a martial artist beat. I know the hardest beat that got my back up on the knee. So I'ma put my trust in him before I put my trust in me. Yeah, my name is D.O.B., which I can call me Emcee. I'ma always be that guy because I got the him in me. Yes, yeah.
So very clean, confident verse from Theo B. I love the angles he takes and the stories he tells. Definitely could give us more complexity in the rhymes, more complexity in the metaphors. Like I said, I like the projection. I like the energy. Just need a little bit more in the complexity and technical aspects. Maybe also rhyming more of the syllables together. Tie us into and run us into some bars. But other than that, I thought it was smooth. Any other thoughts?
Not really.
All right.
Yo. What? Yeah. Just. Wow. The illest niggas in Richmond cannot be in the group. Keep it real with you not the realest in the group. Really listen, they spit intermission, interlude. Frivolous, simple lyrics and empty syllables. I simple white liquor and spit it indigo. So real niggas know I'm Pharaoh with ignorant flow. The pigment glow like black light spinning through smoke. Rolling purple on the black night, spinning to gold. You niggas got me hot, watch the pin explode. Putting dots on your denim clothes, getting close. They go softer than the rose, long pole. Heavy low, busting shots on the centerfold. Bottle MCs manicured, I'm uncouth. Living proof, the Richmond is a fucking zoo. Don't get comfortable, the spooks left the screws loose. So I can raise the bar through the roof and throw it through you. Spiritual flow, keep distance to women nimble. My alter king, delete trolls in the physical. IRL, I rhyme like R.L. Stein with all this spell. I slay swine and real. While niggas on the beach with R.E.L. Sebastian, I'm in the river with the copperheads dancing. One spell turned food to ectoplasm, your body blue under the sea for rapping plastic. Blast on the living chemtrails wherever I be. Women depending down in palaces a hobby. I start bombing like I'm trying to kill an army. Crash at the 757 on High Street. Who in the groove by Luba choose to stop the fire? Simple physics, fist move like Oppenheimer. The love I see the pose and I'm tired. I'm not the driver, the car slips, I cop the tire. The pop go, watch y'all lips. That's the end of that shit anyway.
Yeah, it's these little endings right here, these endings. But yo, to me, that was the best Balu verse we've got yet. Thought that verse was crazy. The Oppenheimer line. It was a few lines in there that I thought were crazy. The flow was in pocket. He wasn't kind of like getting out of sorts with the flows. The ending ain't close how I wanted, but he still pulled an 8.5 from me. If the ending was clean, I probably would have nudged him to a 9. And it's crazy because he said he was at the end of the verse too. But I think I could have still potentially edged him a 9.
See, he started saying some crazy lines towards the end, but had he like opened the verse and kept consistent on that level, he could have for sure gotten like 9.5 type shit. Like,
yeah, that RL Stein line was nuts. That shit was crazy. And RL Stein, like that was crazy. Definitely. Hold on 1 second. Let me
but yeah, he didn't close like he should have, but yeah, he was saying some fire lines. I liked how he was flowing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, great.
Balu is one of them dudes that it gets better. I feel like.
Yeah, nah, he's focused. I see.
Yo, peace, how y'all doing? Y'all doing way better than that. I seen a bus full of people, I know y'all pretty better. How y'all doing? Yeah, that's way better. My name is One Forever, and I'm rocking with the name brand B. Let's get it. Yeah. Again, my name is One Forever. Check. Yo. Look. This couldn't happen if you had expense. My time now, you had your chance. You had a dance, niggas be running. That's your cash advance. Get it refunded. Avalanche, ain't no fall from the summit. Stars in the summers, winters in the springs. Going far as the hunger would bring me. But now I'm ready to eat this to be me. Desire awakened from my hibernation. Tracing my feelings back to the facts. Revealing some attacks. Attacking you black from the beacons. Metaphors and similes that they probably need to read with an actual meaning. Real life skill, dive in for the rappers are dreaming. Bill by bill, 100 bills, you gon' stack to the ceiling. Put them in the bank, make the dance, I laugh in the building. I send them all and have a ball, spending cash for my children. Once you back to the flash, my man's in the feeling. Ain't asking for a picture, just asking forgiveness. Yeah, get back to the business. Y'all ain't really suited for this, and it's a factual difference. Tactical and tactical precision, just the gradual elevation of a masterful vision. It's nothing actual, nothing that all these focus, because the battles with the wars, you know it. Get you out of suspicion. They say practice makes perfect, but you lack the intentions, man. Give a damn, I'm back in position of the hand. If you actually listen, and it's either make hits or extract off your hit list. Bitches, get you the rap that you written. It's all cap, fuck capitalism. I capture the rhythm. Profit competition, I will capture the picture. Taking shots like they pass the liquor. They passing the nigga. You nigga pass, what's the jazz to a jigger? They talking like you're just an average spitter. Fuck that, I'm the truth, actor, gas in scripture. Beat your ass with my belt when I'm established as victor. Check. Yo, how y'all feeling tonight?
Another dope verse from Uno. I don't think it was as good as his last verse, but dope rhyme pattern, dope metaphors. I think he's coming into his comfort space. Projection is getting there, confidence is getting there. There was a little pause in there. I gave him an 8, but yeah, I thought it was dope.
Yeah, same here. Wasn't I know he got potential to be, to have a bit of a doper verse. So I think I gave him a 8 as well. I think.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 8s and an 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he spazzed last time.
For sure.
Episode 50, we really here, right? That shit crazy, for real, man. Shout out radio. I'm gonna head to Symbol Jam. Shout out to Symbol. You got a record. It's all right now. Call me in.
Yeah.
Man, hey yo, it's Terminator X to all my enemies in public. That's a big fundamental. I'm not talking Tim Duncan. Exterminate the rest with Terminex for wood guzzling. They had fun in my absence, but now I'm back to crushing. Cause I'm grateful to share my name and just help the fame, But thinking we the same and they out they brain, Cause this feel like a blast from the past. I'm Brendan Fraser. When I'm done, have a drink with the champ. I'm Noriega. I can drive to force my way through red lights like Darth Vader. Need my bread. I'll be white with some blues like Stark Savings. Y'all starting fires? Man, they should start their prayers. Or better yet, throw the towel. That's white as the dress on layer. I lay waste to weekend seas and fake rap saviors. Anybody could get it, my G Billy. If they said I'm tripping, they wear it like Free Willy. Free my Uncle HP when he out, we go run the city. But for now, man, I put the legwork in. Leaving blood stripes on white tees like a peppermint. Put some pep in my step when they second guessing my excellence. Execution immaculate, clearly set a new precedent. I'm the best in the present tense, don't care about the morning. They can't with fire at night, tell the scariest stories. Why I'm not just straight arrows with a stairway to glory. But this shit is episode 50, so I had to drop 40. That's like Drake losing his producer, y'all be losing hope. The boy bitches, they verses in, I'm like, that's all she wrote. Truth is best said in jest, laughing, calling it show. You know that rapper leak, you my kiki before the toe. So y'all just gonna have to watch it like Kanye your hoe. No matter what they said, dog, I stay the most cause that shit ain't adding up to us. They think of inadequacy and I'm looking for illustrious. So, I have more. I have where we done.
Fire verse from Sneeze. I don't really have anything critique per se. But he has some dope lines in there, some really dope lines. The vocal
I like
projection,
the performance.
Yeah. The vocal projection and the performance. You know, you can tell he's so comfortable on the stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that shows just the way he's interacting with the crowd, just the way he's delivering.
It's not enough of them.
Yeah, not enough of the big lines. And I felt like some of the performance that he put into it kind of may have like taken a little bit away from some of his lyrical content, because like when you dropping down to the whisper and all of that, like it's dope. But I feel like sometimes it can you got to be a little careful with it, because it's like one thing when you're performing your record, it's another thing in the cipher if you don't utilize that in a way that can actually enhance the line, it can kind of take away from it. So you got, it's just, but I wouldn't change anything about his performance. I think for what he came to do, he nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Look. Yeah. Look. Yeah, my set did it, but fuck that rap, cause I ain't tryna act with you. I took back down in my set, this 40 more ways like a bad nigga. I'm getting back in it, you figured out losing them. Niggas know that I do get this, this shit I do get this. Also, if you hit it, think this nigga go, yeah. I slap my heel on my fucking just phone red, it goes like, oh yeah. Home play, you're trying to say that they both yeah. Smooth it on there, something go there. How about that ain't no more, I say no more, you know the program. Yeah, about to fuck the shit out of Richmond, like she my boo thing. My legs stitched up, I still got it, the smoking 2 trains. Niggas mad, they thought it was nice and shit to the goo thing. I eat sweet ass rap and make my toothpaste and bring the whole team out. That is really safe. These bitch make the sour. I squeeze them. I like make lemonade. I can't say. Niggas try to spin me going on some minute bag. Niggas mad. We think we the best of mad. They don't feel the same. Try to get your tree, get a bad trap and some bacon bits. Got a 90 clip for the 30 bird. I think go ahead. All that we smell blood and we get sick. The nigga okay, I think I can't take the pictures. But that boy's still a bitch. I'm in my lane. As long as I'm straight, I don't see myself losing. I order rich the rappers. They order excuses. Get a bigger. I give a fuck, I'm the best you can prove it. I think niggas ain't trying to win, they just want me to lose it. If I be side, we all got it, cause I swear they coming with me. Terry out of Chris, smell like onions until the doubles in you. Send the bitches out, don't get fucked up, fucking bitties. Find a bitch a person is big enough to be unsurprising. Niggas always talking about rhymes, they got no hustle in them. Niggas thinking I ain't top 10, cause they got some muscle with them. Try to stand in there thinking I keep winners, a great assumption. House of cards, need a gusto when they feel that shit. Running off the grid like I'm skating and in the dark side. Niggas think they guys to me, you guys are just something to fuck with. Stop going off the shirt like Kid Coochie, that shit's really pumping. Niggas think I'm scared to butt shots, I don't care who you run with.
Maggie went crazy.
Yeah.
Went crazy. I
feel like he should have ended that in front of the crowd. Like, I don't know why he walked off to the side when he ended it off like that. But the verse was fire, Of course, he got a 9 and above from everybody.
Yeah, I mean, if I would have critiqued it a little, my critique would have been the way he started off. He was a little bit ahead of the pocket. He was rapping. He wasn't in pocket yet. He got in pocket, and I mean that the cadence he chose was very intricate. But I don't feel like he fell into it until like some bars in. So I think the start for me was a little hard to digest, but as he got comfortable, it started picking up steam.
Yeah, I love hearing him spit. Yeah, he's one of the people I look forward to hearing every episode. So
Yeah, I think he might have
come
been.
back, my G.
He didn't sign up for episode 51. Might have just been because it filled up so fast. Signups filled up in like 7-8 hours. So
Yeah.
Here, and if you don't know, he's Maggie. All right. I need Team Michael Millions to the stage. Shara Bruce, Luxury Prize, JC, Dapper Dave, Keziah. Team Michael Millions to the stage. Shara Bruce, Luxury Prize, JC, Dapper Dave, and Keziah. Is that all that's here for Michael Millions? Let them know. All right, well, shit, Mike. Yo, how y'all feeling? Y'all must not be feeling too nice. How y'all feeling? All right, y'all feeling nice. 50th Emcees, 50th anniversary of hip hop. I go by the name of Dapper Dave. And by the way, I love this beat, yo. Talk my shit. Right? I'm in the spot, bitch spot, find his family. This nigga hot, tell us a very soft, like turkey claws. Blowing strawberry calls. I don't know. Dapper Dave, told you before, you get cast away. Let me stop. Yo, hey yo, lady that's nice, you ain't got a fake. Your bars are basic, my bars are sick. It's the star of David, verbal homicide. Now I'm genetically modified. Devil with his own, ain't got a lot of time. But I got a lot of grinds like Sanko. Spot that Sanko. I come with shit that happens right, King Banko. The wheel forward like young boys tell me I ain't expecting right. No, motherfucker, you ain't listening right. D-A-double-P-E-R. Still got some shots, nigga, behind the bar. I'm right through the hood, nigga, in a T-top. Like the youth boys. Body hard, and these 40 T's. None of these niggas trying to fuck with me. I wrote this shit, I felt the vibe. When I wrote this shit, I felt alive. Only competition for me, myself, and I. Do what you crave. Super women haze. Show you how to do it when I on the stage. Yo, appreciate it.
all right. Oh wait, F is back. All right, Dapper Dave. I thought Dapper Dave. I like his projection. I do think he gave us like he gave us an old school style, which is cool. I just feel like we needed some more in the bars. We needed some more in the complexity of the pen. More cohesive flow. And add some rhyme patterns and some syllables to the rhyme patterns. But other than that, I think it was cool.
Ditto, all of that.
All right, Keziah.
Yo, shout out Rap with me, Elite 50, let's get it. I'm rapping with Steve.
No shows kill Michael Millions. This is crazy. 2 out of 5.
Now I'm sleeping on the harness. Too much letters in the brain, doctor said I'm out for minute. So there ain't no need for medicine, myself, some white genetics. Little motion picture, cause my life defines a cinema. I'm on another level, not a citizen, the senator. They vote for me, democracy. Congress wanna copy me, and next where I'm going, nigga, 2 weeks out of watching me. This autobiography, my story, the monopoly, control of my surroundings, dictating life on the robberies. See the church of life, God spinning about this property. So anything I touch is golden, might as well he copy me. That's all right, I cycle, but this time I'm down the mighty. Got my purpose of Sienna, no problem, serve my values. Pressure, go to movies, I got us, RVA problems. We're more than a beauty, rolling with diamonds, trying to call it. That way, yellow sheets of gold, I get my bristle to the odds. If you don't know who you are, then anyone can give a title. I'm a format person through the air, I'm entitled. Labels one Adam in the realer than a cycle. People bring their one to anchors, total might can be recycled. Poet high switch, short of level like a rifle. 100 down on my 20 years, I make them down my 20 cycles. I'm a nightmare, so my nightmare scary dreams will smell like Michael. My dreams I never hit the luminaire, that's a life post pressure. Oh.
Yo, Keziah be rapping.
Yeah, she's good.
Keziah be rapping. I like the Midas line. I want to see. She has this like, you know, it's like a patented kind of like flow that she stays in. I would like to see you break that up. I love when you get in that mode because when you are landing lines, I like the rifle line. It's dope. But it does lead you to kind of rush some of your content. So we've talked about that before. And just want to see what if you hop into some different pockets or if you slow things down a little bit, what we would get out of that. So that would be my challenge to you.
Yeah.
Because I think it would also help being able to digest some of the things that you're saying and give you even better feedback on the lyrical content side of things.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing about switching the pattern up. It was good. It's a good pattern, but after a while, you know, it's kind of like a little change of pace adds some good dynamics to it.
For sure.
All right. Next up to the stage, Team Cheats, Jordy, aka Monty, Ice Kareem, Exit 23, 8 Pledge. And I need Team Illiterate in the green room. Yeah. Constantly working, searching for the right word until they turn how I'm getting feel back the curtain, appear the team is certain light in the depression. Always leave the answer, very non intentional way. Flipping back the tables, ain't turning. They do it 3 6 instead of 1 8. So I'm right back there starting, and I still think, will I ever get better? I don't know, I'm still waiting. There's still time, I'm surprised that my girl tell me my whole mind is playing tricks with my emotions, and the only way I'm hoping is hoping I can keep going. I can't let them know that I'm weak and broken. I try to open up the doors, but they think they keep closing. So the only way I can is break, so they go unspoken and releasing all the stress instead of air. So I got come with a lot of days, gonna take a while to learn it. Wish I was joking about the baggage I was told when I was on the bridge. Jumping into rip that when I picked up the 10, the piece of other stairs kept me going back again, falling back into the stress. They have me paying down for the 3 guy, but now it's different ways of 50s. Like a president, that's up you and me. Writing it all out as my new form of therapy. The pen and the pen, I've been there for me when you go and give for me. Yeah, pop, yeah, me. New sense of clarity and spare me.
All right. with Jordy, preparation. Obviously, it was definitely he lost the rhyme, but he was able to pick it back up. So salute to that. And I like some of the things. One thing about Jordy is like he let you know what's really like on his mind, on his heart with these verses, and what he struggles with, even from a creative standpoint. I always like that. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's the cleanliness. It's also switching up that flow, and just some stronger lyrics, some stronger rhyme schemes, some stronger metaphors. Give us something to react to. Give us something clever, with the addition of what you're talking about. But that would be my takeaway. Shout out to Emcee. Speaking of Emcee, make sure that you are at the Rappers Delight show, August 11th, the Hippodrome. I'll be performing live. Nicholas F. performing live. Noah O. Kane, Repaton, curated by Emcee. A lot of other dope things going on in that building that night. It's going to be a memorable night. I know you've been seeing things about it, so make sure you pull up there. And then also on August 18th, make sure you're pulling up the Radio We and Friends at Brandy Park.
Richmond, what up? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it brief. It's 50 years of hip hop, so I gotta ask y'all a question. Who love hip hop? All right. So when I say I love, you say hip hop. I love. When I say 1, 2, you say don't stop. 1, 2. 1, 2. Ice cream, drop that. Yes. First episode. My introduction. Let me y'all know who I am real quick. Shattered pipe dreams, broken glass everywhere. My political thoughts is Katrina with the levees down. Hurricane escape the death is stalking hell is hot. DMX orange a hurricane. Usually bring Eddie there. Miami lost that creepy. Shoulda had a better year. Heard the album tribe, then it flopped. Shit bad year. Even every day with y'all best, but I'm wrong artist. Jobless. Catch the smoke anywhere. All in the eyes. Chico question is, can you take a heavy player from a deadly player? Nah, Betty scared. Ain't my dog. Too soft, just a teddy bear. Drop the ball when you tend to rap. Look in the grass. Oh, you can't read. Alright, where your pencil at? Stay up in your box. Everlast. Me, I'm mental last. This a student of the game. Passing up the rest of class. Took a high eights just to play fall out. Please sprawled out. Yellow ice. Where that test at? Play forget me not. Whenever that dimension's back. Brain fire is K-Dot on the end the world tip. Middle finger to the planet. But had to expand it. Forgot to mention that high dimension class. B-I-G-D and double T-Y-K-A-N-E cause these verses too long. Screw and take the blue off. Turn his mother out. Looked him up on earth. Told him he Casa, Su Casa. Told me I'm the soul, so just call him Luna. I don't feel up. In the crib, take your shoes off. Know about a true lord. Salam Mudo. Look at you, Paul. Look at you, Paul. Trying to play with sticks. End up getting chewed on. Looking like food, y'all. He a chew, wah-wah. So I be out ice if you want it, why dang up. Let me chop y'all. I mean, I care what you said. Boom.
Shout out to Kareem. I thought his performance and vocal projection was super dope. The wordplay was dope as well. I actually was a little surprised. Like I didn't. This is his first time being in the cipher, and I watched some of his performance clips and stuff like that. But I had never seen him kind of get into that kind of bag before. So it was refreshing. I thought there could have been, definitely some more standout lines and pushing the pen just a little harder, or even beyond pushing the pen, maybe setting those lines up in a way that were able to hit and bring some reaction, not only from the audience but from the judges. What y'all think?
I agree with you. I thought he had a great delivery and projection. I like the flow pattern, especially for the beat he chose. It was kind of nostalgic. And I definitely agree. The main thing I was going to say, what you hit on, was setting the lines up a bit more. And I know I said that a little bit earlier, but walking people into those lines or to those moments that you're trying to create, will amplify them.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Yeah, I would love to see him come back soon. So salute to Kareem.
How y'all doing?
Hey, do we miss? Oh yeah.
Shadow box. But when I'm fighting myself, so the box of bills. This feel like the run the dog, realizing he one of the best. A top dog, I don't fight a ball, I just run shit. And how I fall, like the North Star. My bad, y'all.
Preparation. That's all.
Preparation, rap. We know you fired. Come on, baby.
Who?
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
That was AKA Monty. That wasn't rap.
Oh, HK who?
That's AKA Monty.
Oh shit, my bad. Yeah, yeah, still preparation.
Start the radio beat, you know what I'm saying? What? Yeah. Yo. They say pleasure strong, but you gotta go harder. I said, wait a little bit. This just a startup. Coming too flawless. Sunning niggas like fathers. Back blue billing like I'm cracking for the Dodgers. I used the man feeling my back. Take out the squadron. Out in the street. Man deep like it's not the back to your basement. And we robbing. Snub nose, blow, how to spit through the nostril. Bullets burn, no chill like Knoxville. Something more than my veins, crotch hot like Knoxville. They stuck to my thighs about 95 degrees outside. Now what the fuck, I wear the sweatsuit. Shawty who said I'm the 2 in the 10. But then, he got a nigga in door sex. Running about my side, crack my woman into my vest. Smoke a ride, shots, fight, fly, stuff in their vest. Mine's so beat, one to the head, 2 to the chest. Concrete, butter with red, roast that beat. Poetry, when I slam the words I speak. First, fuck up the dishes I can gain next week. Experience the waste of my key, style I preach. Different pair of sneaks every 7 days in a week. Zero space in my room, closet like a wiggy. V6 go wrong, hit gas in retreat. Work for me, speak a lot of days when I sleep. Ain't no handout that you see, none of this shit was free. So I drop the little fuck before I check that beat. Y'all sitting on you niggas, gotta check my sheets. I hate them like they come on niggas in the season for sit. As long as got a phone, niggas. You think I don't know this nigga, I can see clearly. So if you claim you fuck with it, quarterly, cut up disorderly.
Oh.
Well, fuck around, have your body bounce out, bound with a border beat. Yeah, skip town, mommy, show me round, chill out where the toys be. Yeah, I carry good dick, pack shit like a order beat. Oh, why you telling shit? You need to chill with our reporters be.
All right. Players, I thought he started out strong. Definitely had some lines in there, storytelling.
Yeah, I think the only thing that threw me off was kind of like the end part, the with the line. Like I didn't think that was necessary. He could have just hit them lines back to back.
Right. I think that, I know with him, I don't think that verse was written for that particular purpose. He was having a hard time nailing down the verse memory wise that he had wrote for it. So thinking about backing out, but he found a rhyme to kick. So I think that might have been for a record or something like that.
Okay.
And it was still a dope verse.
Yeah, it was a great verse.
He had his moments, and I like the projection, I like the energy, and all that. Yo, Ease, are you singing to us? What are you doing over here?
It's called serenading.
You serenading us, bro? You okay? Yo, what'd you think of A+?
Yeah, yo, that wasn't necessary at the end. I feel like either. There was just a little bit of, I feel like, unnecessary aggressiveness too.
Forced aggression.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Like the energy just was a little bit off. I just wish it was a little bit more smoothed out, but I could see the potential there. You know what I mean? But I'm not mad at the score that I gave.
All right.
Y'all radio B, peace, God. You're what's happening? What's happening? Hey, what's happening? Yeah. I hope so. I hope y'all fucking what I gotta say. This is some crazy shit, man. God damn. Give it up, man. Come on. Hand clap for these verses. Really. Hey, yeah, I wrote this shit yesterday. I ain't nervous, nigga. Concentrate, virgin, smoking weed for the endurance. Makes bleeding out the current of my chain with the jersey. Off the back for the night in the city, getting squirrely on the path, play on the alleyway. I can't chill, shit is real. I'm representing the wishes of a real, no shield. The pink man, crazy, call it razor obey. Night ends like a slit, slicing through heartstrings. Like y'all don't feel my pain. Walking through the valley, standing in the rain. Just never want to see my brother, but want to stay. Gotta see it to believe it, receive it like Reggie Wayne. Sunday at the makeup and falling like Reggie lost it, bring it back. I gotta know how much this costing. Damn, fuck, man. Fuck it, I freestyle, fucking do it again. I don't need to run the beat back. Jump on my feet like push seat back. I'm driving down to Richmond for a recap. Shit. Okay, I had to keep going. I'm good at this shit. LeBron James scoring in the paint, nigga. Give me something to drink. My throat side. I smoked earlier, but I don't know why, nigga. Fuck. Yeah, hey. Y'all fucking with it? Hey, I don't know what to say. Some shit. Hope it sound good. Hey, I always fuck my own shit. I don't pass the word. It's X.
He had a decent freestyle going. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
He just didn't need to stop it. He just needed to just let it keep rocking.
Right.
I would have liked had he kept his original verse going though. To be honest with you, it was a good start.
It's been. I mean, he said at the top of the verse that he just wrote it yesterday. Yeah, and these things surprise me. Because once, Exit 23 is a person that don't really usually mess his verse. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the extra time kind of might have, caused people to procrastinate even more so than normal. I don't know. Maybe it was just too much time. And people fell asleep on the job. But yeah, man, I wish that wasn't the case. That's all.
All right. Hey, I need y'all MCs. I need y'all to make sure y'all going in the correct order. Please pay attention to what order you in. All right. Next up to the stage, Team Illiterate, John Sway, A. Yilla, Real Life, Key Speech, Wanski.
And funny. Peace and the symbol.
Check,
Word.
check. What's good, Rapper Lee? All right, who's backing us with? Go ahead. And also say your names, matter of fact, when you get on stage, make sure you say your name. Hey, Yellow. What's good? We back. I'm stationary, so y'all niggas gonna have to listen in. No, I'm not doing all that. Look, they say iron sharpen iron. I'm not sparring. It's sharpening my teeth. I came a long way from rapping all quiet and lethargic on the beat. Couldn't tell if they was rocking with me or if they was nodding off the speak. Now I know. Even when I fuck my floor, all along I kept it calm up top. No, it's a lot. I've been murdering a beast. I always gave close, looking cold, and you were cracking, you know. At least now I'm balanced like I'm walking on a beach. No iron on me. I rock. I'm confident this could be. Ain't nobody out of reach. Can't name a target Utah. I take a shot. It's going marketing on beats. So the hypocrite I time so flow for the cryo, bam at a fire. I'm still a setter, wait for the heat. I double up my shit, started watching when they speak. The honest in their speech is like the honor among thieves. It's not there. So be careful when you attack you. One bad better make that attack you. Cause even if they bless you, go too sick, that might slip. The sunlight might make someone get at you. That's wild. Mama's youngest child live out curious, but there's things that you gotta experience. Can't learn to watch it. Like being a kid looking down on the first person you look up to in the coffin and think you over that emotions. Similar situations bring a rushing back from Robin like the ballers that reminiscing on days wrestling in the basement, wishing the whole thing so cold and Steve Austin. Playing my mind gets exhausted. If honest, that in my God is all I can fear. Doubling my days, trying to force a good time, holding back and mic. Can't tell if my rhyme or it's just cycling in my spirit. This shit gas and you ask me. Been down bad couple past weeks. I dreamed cast the vision and took a backseat. Now I'm all over the road with the drive like missions on crazy taxi. Nigga, NYE. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Ayla,
Great verse.
Great verse. Great lines. I like the presence that he brings. He's super confident now. Vocal projection is there. He's just so witty. His wordplay is insane. And I usually don't like for someone to draw out a setup to a line as long as he did the Stone Cold line. But the visual that he painted all the way leading up to that was perfect. Very personal and introspective as well as barred up. Great verse.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That's how you set the tone. Real life shit. It's a celebration today, ain't it? That's right. Let's get it. 50 episodes that we made it. I said, look, salute to Rap Elite, we reached our 50th. So I'm bigger than these rhymes, I'm just gonna give y'all 50 shit. I won 2 times, but it's more over 25. And if you do 2 times 25, then you tell me how many minutes can I rap? Unlimited. I get money in the club, you can push just a little bit. That's still 50 shit for 50 cents. If you didn't catch that shit, I said many men get money in the club, even push just a little bit. In the caliber is 50. We riding with like 50 niggas. If you round up and count up all the people that's with me. If I mention you, that's been granted. You gotta chill that thing. Ulysses Brandon's on witching up down. I tried to put my hands on, gave him a panty, ran off, and it hurt me. Get back on my grizzly like Zach ran off in his jersey. Still going, but I'm not done yet. Never seen the perfect score in a dunk contest. That's a 50. How many episodes we have to rap elite? Yeah, that's 50. Radio B giving power to stars like you 50. In my prime, couple these 5 downs like I'm 50. Turn it to 5 X's. You guessed it. If you know how I know, if you know like I know how tough you can get scrambled and call it 5 0. If you got a 40, I got 42. Fuck around, you be 8. If you keep moving how you play the cards right, you start to learning like the respect pays. I don't read any hands fucked up about 5 X. But this time I learned how to switch vibes. I say that ironically we celebrate our decades of hip hop. When I am hip hop, if you watch how my shit plays, catch a 30 in the battle, get a dub up on this stage. That's a 30 in the dub. Add it up, get us 50. I've been flipping it on 5, and I still get 50. I'm flipping it on 5. And if you flipping on 5, You still get 50. What's up? We out.
Crazy verse. Crazy verse.
You already.
Perfect concept, executed perfectly. I gave him a 10, so I would have been cool with him getting a 30. He was just shy of a 30, 29.5, something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, that was our championship verse right there. So salute to Rel.
Shit was fire. Fire scheme.
Yeah, well, hell yeah. Excuse me, son. Key Speech, 757 rapidly, how we feeling? Yeah. Let's rap. Yo. Yes, infinite MCs, but for me, bend and eat cheese. People for photos, my mojo is 8 bucks, and we call 4 logos. Sometimes we grow so. Shell Taco Bell ringing out the Sequel Quasimodo. Yeah, chicken and dope mode with the sight of pots and beach correspondent. And beyond it like a vegan in the meat now. Meanwhile, till I'm open seat now, the summer's got my feet down. Skipping down the green mile, my chopping Nazis arms off if I see a sick hell. Home Joey gets this, it's no betrayal. Ground Jesus on speed down. Call ID don't mean I answer. The native scout, you can cheat. Season tickets, Washington, I hate your stamp. You can never do what I do. My girl's cut off getting out and Alacon goes through. Couple sprays of detanglement from styling moose. I cook, clean, and eat pussy while providing a roof. Blueprint, and I got a hand designed to use. Teaching how to work together while assigning in groups. King Chancellor, lead the front line of troops. Need chicken noodle for your soul, bro. Applies to your soup, gross. Comparing that pay and when he talks, I'm whispering. Teacher Mark Highway. I don't think y'all listen here. The church tip for dollars, blowing smoke on Pastor Mason blow. When they confuse the face off, y'all don't what you was technical. Godzilla throwing Japanese streets and Mexico. This be the dope that sidetracked a minute ago. Group text, bell, get the low. I got the antidote. Pompeii, who want that volcanic smoke? Open show with cups overflow. No magicians can turn you John Doe for the dope. They call politicians, their mission is juxtaposed. Police kill your dog where the red bird grows. We don't want the war guy. Key Speech 316 reach rap off the hook. Sorry, mama.
Dope verse from Key Speech. Kind of par for the course. I don't think it was like the best verse. I thought, we know his style, definitely some super clever shit all throughout there. Once again, I feel like it's like one of those things like, you kind of like force. It's kind of like smothering his work. A lot of smothering his work, like one after the other, after the other, after the other. And always ask for a little bit of air in there to help digest and set up those bars that are them bigger bars to hit in the ways that they're written to hit. Like,
yeah, I can agree with a little bit more breathing room. He's good. He's great as always. So, but definitely with the breathing room.
Yeah.
Really, it could be like after the bar. You know what I'm saying? Not even setting it up. Like after you land something, you give yourself an extra half a beat to breathe.
Right.
Happy 50 episodes, rapidly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be here, man. Let's rap. Oh, I need to tell you who I got. My bad. It was hard to pick a beat too. All three of these joints are fire. Yeah. Look. My brain hot, I'm playing tops like a candle with it. Back home, I pack chrome, I'm strapped like a sandal is. Like angry niggas shooting rain, that's how I channel it. So keep straight, or it's a briefcase, cause I handle biz. My pockets deep like City popping, pulling racks out. You just a shell of what used to be dope. You a crack valve. A bunch of my niggas and calls at it. How does that sound? They heard the smoke, they bring it sticks to fire. That's a crack valve. Like Chinese ride, I opened it flat like country fried. My stacks high, I'm getting fat. and I was never ducking high. So now I'm backsliding like a water country ride. I keep it back to the Massachusetts. Acting stupid, like I'm teaching badass students. I be pissed when I gotta sit through a bunch of goofy ratings. When they get on that Twitter porn, a bunch of pussy spitting. My nigga Kel, they come on, but me, I shoot like 2K. I dream of double 2 trades while I double 2 trades. That's the only things in the world. Double 2 trades. This brings me, they don't take it, actually trap like a toupee. Somebody tell the scribe me bugging, fuckers in this Kool-Aid. Keep me candy, me off that water, boy, Bobby Hussein. The last second, prison after sex, couldn't shoot straight. You thinking that you sold, well, you not. You a shoelace. Weapons of obsessive, but my rap be had a gun toe. If I showed you my stash, you should get ass with at a gun show. Turning up the heat in the spot. It's cause we want smoke. Big burn, I'm smoking on pot. I'm faking gumbo. Get your girl to help you with your verses if you want, bro. She good with mics and articulation with her tongue, bro. 15 to each cycle verses, never one joke. I train every day, so if I run to you, Alonzo.
That verse was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And the flow was a different pocket for Wonsky. I think that might have thrown me off a little bit. I mean, he still scored a 9 across the board. But I feel like maybe the switch up, some of those lines may have hit harder if it wasn't at the pace that it was delivered in.
Yes, possible.
Possible. I'm not saying that he rapped in the wrong pace. I'm just saying that just how the verse actually was, because Wonsky, when he hits his 10s and his 30s, it's usually because like there's these punches that he lands or a story he's telling and punching within the story, and then he ends with a crescendo. Like it's like the verse builds up to this big ending, and I feel like this verse didn't have that big ending, and maybe that might have been a difference between maybe what the 9 and the 10s.
I will say, he's like the epitome of a clean verse, though. I don't mean like in terms of like no curses, you know what I'm saying? Just like in terms of just like clean writing. He doesn't like force too many words in. He, makes space to breathe. He sets his lines up. You know what I'm saying? He takes time to set his lines up. He does the wordplay. They're clean verses overall.
For sure.
All right. Team Henny Low to the stage. Chef Token, Pharaoh, Habib, and Vintage A. Team Hip Hop Henry to the green room. Team Henny Low to the stage. Chef Token, Trey, Pharaoh, Habib, and Vintage A.
It's a mean squad.
Yeah.
Squad before that was mean.
For sure.
What's good, y'all? I'm gonna be real. I ain't performed in the room this pack ever in my life. This is a blessing for me, y'all, just so y'all understand that. Ready? I'll be ready. Yeah. Shut up. Don't fall that down. Yeah. Well, I roll a verse, then another one, and another one. Kept the pistol tucked like a cover one. Getting cumbersome. Calling out your number like combo done. Who's the number one? Is it passing number 2 and your mama gonna have to talk with him. Walk with him. Rinse the same. I'm on my guard again. Ghetto politician. I'm in the mirror. I held the vision. Yanking out the clip. Them advising for clearer vision. Emphasize the size of my head, baby, because it's fucking bigger. Pulled out, kept putting on it like it's the longest dick on the stick. Out of control. Shit was like 50 Cent. Put the slap in the surge and let the game. There's the other half. I put in the bank. Put up to appear similar. Demonstrating the simulation while writing similarly. This enemy got me ready to take over the set like a thousand in a hangover. Thoughts getting over that Portuguese like this hangover. Hangs over water with pot and watch it change over. Ice like I'm pouring a drink. Turn on my change over. Range over. Working the stove. Flipping the things over. That's relate to the bodies I used to bang over. Yeah. Real thing like Martin TV, no solving artists. Like a possible pin for the record when we was started. I ain't playing another thing that I got a garbage. Thank y'all. Yo, what up?
All right. Chef Token. I think it's the same, you know, it's the same thing with Chef. He's got bars, he's got his pens moving. And I even like the rhyme patterns that he picks. It's just that he stays in this one particular flow where it doesn't allow for any conviction really to come across. Not similar to how he battles though, you know, in the battling when he's offbeat, he's able to establish quite a bit of conviction, and it separates him from other battlers. In the cipher, it's more like this routine to where, and he doesn't get to,
he has to find a different pocket.
right. He doesn't get to put any emphasis on any of the words or any of the lines that he's saying, so it just kind of all flows together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we consistently say like the same, like similar stuff each time. You know, when we watch the playback
For sure.
of his stuff. So I don't know.
Swear love. And when I say y'all say oh shit and the simple. Oh shit. I say y'all say oh shit, alright? Let's go! Yeah. Episode 50, I will put 50 up. It's like we discussed a healthy food, not just people young out of this. I was at 64 compounds up on 64. There, doctor in the tunnel. Tell him I'm ready for the road. Last time I was a judge, Joe Mathis, nigga, that's that shit. But this time I'm Judge Joe Mathis, looking for the crackhead shit. But really, that was Nick passing the torch, he asked that shit. And you ain't put up enough, he looked your way when you passed that shit. I'm over king a nigga that's gonna die doing this to hold you poke. Me and Ellen spread love like a logo. And y'all niggas know that I wanna walk the stage. And I'm like, at least a little nigga graduated. I'm from a city where the niggas mad we made it. We talk about me, boy, y'all niggas know that I can't have me say. 50 times got 50 for you. And now it's like the jump up big place for that 50 Roy. Y'all niggas never gonna see like I see mine. This way bisexual problem with my eye. And yeah, listen to that game we play. Alright, I'm out. Peace.
Trig, you know, Trig gonna give us the, you know, either he gonna come prepared or more than, or a lot of times he might not. He gonna give us a freestyle. Sometimes that freestyle is magical. Other times the freestyle is just what it is. This is one of those what it is moments. Trig knows. I think he had a lot going on, but he didn't want to miss on the 50. He thought about sitting it out, I think. So you know, that's what we got. He's back in for episode 51. So
Let's get it.
we'll get that fully prepared Trig. I know he liked this beat, so we'll see what's up.
Bring it home, vintage. Yo, peace, big love. Everybody doing this evening.
Alright? Yeah. Yeah, hold up. When I say rapidly, y'all say 50 rapidly. Rapidly. When I say rapidly, y'all say 50 rapidly. Before said and done was dead, and these cyphers was done for bread. Keep my tongue switch up back to black from red. I clap the lead. These boys rap the sheets, it's not the man. Let's be talking 6 feet deep, that's over your head. Supposed to be playing for keeps, I noticed the edge. They gon' find you in the creek, the line with all of these dimes. Freaks, we had them terrified to come up in these cyphers, wouldn't sign for peace. Got the nerve to say Vinny is weak, but one person made a 3/4 meat from the skin of a sheep. Evidence you never can learn them. Peach, I'm sitting and letting they got fire to burn you if you reach. That's the tweet, I'm no limit, Master P. Master P, no limit, blast for free. Come ask for me, a whole scrimmage, actually. An act will lead to me spinning back the beat. With 2 gold, that's equals, that's cash control. If we cutting, that's cash the beat. Talking about they got it locked, but we can see the doors halfway open. No, I get it, you must be an advocate. Talking mad at me, you must be like cabinet with the badass knees. With your fists up and pass that key. It's a fist up high enough. We don't get them high enough. You're too cute to be sauteed. They had to fry them up. This is something that you cannot touch. The impact will be like the bullet train hitting the truck. On the real, some of these cyphers was red. How the fuck I ain't get it? I can't spread more love than dread. Niggas bleed just like us. Everything big is unbelievable. A friend of mine, suicidal thoughts. Who shot your me and my bitch? One of you was a sport in the loop with machine gun pump. They was a chain ready to die. Who was you to get ripped? What's the blame? Everything struggle. Big poppers in the bubble. But ain't you see these R&B bitches are trying to fuck you.
Man,
The motherfucking logo.
logo being the logo.
That's the logo being a logo for sure.
You know, dressed like the logo. No,
Word.
no coincidence. Showmanship, preparation.
You know?
The man went up there and rapped, and it's not a whole lot to be said. We see why he went to sudden death. There's not too many people that give you that post verse energy like Vintage.
Right.
Yeah.
Love it.
You know, that helps him close the show for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna hold you. He know how to.
Because when you know you just kick that shit, like you can, it's easy to project that energy. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Damn, we got Mary to the stage. My nigga, that's the logo right there. It's the logo. C Spicy, OG Keish, Aaron Hardaway, Mila Mansa, and Trey Authentic. We got 2 MVPs in this one. We need it in that order. C Spicy, OG Keish, Aaron Hardaway, Mila Mansa, and Trey Authentic.
What's good, honkies? You can drop the beat name brand, please. Thank you.
I need everybody on the team to the stage. If you're in the building, you're Trey Authentic. Mila Mansa on this stage, please. Yeah.
You find 804 on all platforms. Y'all go check that shit out. It's just signed. The creator by saying, I don't know, man. Anyways. Shout out Name Brand on the beat. Shout out Rapper Lee. Shout out the Barberry. Let's get it. I'm trying to talk really and I'm going with camera in. I play my cards right, I'm blowing up how game it did. I was gonna start my verse off this and tank, man, to spin. Potential bias had to beat me to the damages. Don't tweet on spikes, but in my roll up with some cannabis. Can't even roll like me if you step into animus. Complain about your sports, you in the sound like damn it, shit. I think you aggravated, bitching over laminates. I swear it's psycho how I got these rappers panicking. Put these pussies up on in the box like I'm a mannequin. I'm tired of the season and shenanigans. Think you favorite idols flow excited, so inanimate. Man, do you got your own style? It's why you know you want to make you post supply Anakin. Got the high ground, you think I'm about the camera. Yo, see, we're working streets, I'm trying to Other rappers suck, always you rolling behind the hobby. You ain't feral, you ain't exit, you ain't sick, you getting body. I love my friends, but I ain't shit without my hobbies. The way I do this, and I know your phone like a origami. Changing gears into my movie, but I'm feeling more like broccoli with this weight off my shoulders. These pussy boys can stop me. It's like a confidence, but now I'm feeling cocky. When I grab the mic, I'm singing coffee, playing hockey with my team. We back to back to back to back, you can't copy. Same thing, try to tricks on me, it's been an end of sloppy. Ain't right on the beat, let me throw it against the theme. Christmas shit, all I do is for the family. Don't play games with me that you don't have a chance to beat. I'll turn this fucking Def Jam into Final Fantasy. Let's go.
Strong verse from C Spicy. I like the flow. I like there was a time where when he would rely on double time rhyme or you know what I mean, or like he wouldn't be, he running out of breath, you know what I'm saying? But it was probably at that time, I think, more so to cover up the lack of like lyrical dexterity. And I feel like he's more confident in what he's saying now, you know what I'm saying, to where like
for sure.
He's found a flow that that he can get his shit off and it still has that signature spicy, you know what I'm saying, sound to it, but he's got more potent lines and he's getting them off cleaner.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I see. So shout out to Spice God. Shout out to Teresa Cook. Word, Cara.
Oh, hold on. Don't go out of order. I say, no, you was right. OG Keith's not here. Errol Hardaway.
All right, listen, man. Peace. How y'all doing, man? Let's get it, man. Do the skinny zone. Do the skinny zone.
Peace. Blessing.
Look, it's 50 degrees. Man, I got the stairs that light. Check the temperature. You see that wave Fahrenheit. Talking on the Celsius in real life. Bring the heat to 12. Make these niggas melt like real ice. Look, niggas will fuck what niggas talking about. I put them to your trash. Niggas be ghosts. That shit behind the house. I run shit. They just run their mouth. The way I keep drinking shit. Stop fuck niggas from coming out. With that bullshit miss me. Like getting limits. I turn that shit to simply. All the way fresher than a Bentley. Ain't blood, but I know a couple bees. And I put that shit on hood like a Bentley. Life gave me no choice. You have to go to church to see angels in the hood. My hustlers pulling up in Rolls Royce. And we can talk numbers all day like points. When 12 come around, I act like I got no voice. That's straight facts. I speak the truth and they hate that. Just because I made double, they made that. My nigga laid the game down like waves under the wave cap. You know we go way back like straight backs. Rush hour, watch a nigga blow up like C4. Once I see money, I need more. You're the creator, no ego. Trying to rob my play, they ain't deep as the C4. I'm hungry for success like a fat nigga. Once I see a play, I can't stop there, nigga. I need more. Niggas can't say it like I do. Like a nigga from B-Ball. Trying to rob my play, catch shells like the seashore, nigga. Yeah, I said trying to rob my way, catch shells like the seashore. Yeah, nigga.
Solid verse. I know some bees that'll put that on a hood like a Bentley. He said it was another line in there that was real strong right before that. But a lot of slick stuff and very controlled, poised tempo. Strong verse from Errol Hardaway.
Yeah. Could have been a better closeout though.
Definitely get a better close. For 100%, that's definitely took away from it. So it seemed like he lost it, or maybe he just, I don't know. But yeah, definitely could have closed stronger.
What's up?
Yo, what's up? Peace, how y'all doing? Alright, I just wanted to take a second to, give a shout out to Rapper Lee. 50 is an important thing. It's a big number. A lot of things don't make it to 50. It's a milestone, you know what I'm saying? It represents dedication, you know what I'm saying? Perseverance, consistency, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and so I just want to thank y'all for making this platform for us, giving us a space to explore our creativity and do our thing. You know what I'm saying? Grow as artists. You know what I'm saying?
Love,
Respect.
much love.
Salute. Let's go.
That's facts.
And let's get it. Yeah. Order the weed shots, not a rock, make the tension palpable. You like fishing and not, on the clock, itching the clock. See who pitching or not. I'm say, I'm a chicken a lot. Nigga stop, red off the gun, back with this shit like chrome. 16 shot, burner step on the dawn. Titanic deep with the sub, no rescue ball. He's too deep, resting on. Sleep with the fish, taking his baby mama. Always running your lip, rock, grinding, Ariana. Always saying deeper, never saying meaner. You say it 3 times, I'm gonna go high like a cheetah. Niggas couldn't rap no readers. Want extra beat, you be that short. Should've kept it at the beach. He's a Leo short, you ain't scoring off of me. WNBA, dunking is a week. He lives like TikTok, they press it lock. Black eye, blue face, get your shit rock. 50 rap the beat, 50 hip hop. Got 49 niggas getting fit for a block. And bitches is niggas too. Who cuts, man, struts, niggas is bitches too. He get fucked up. This is a bitch's group. Niggas sweet, they do fuck. I see a bitch and you go from it. Nothing much. Acting like Laura Trump. Say what? With the new stuff. Thinking they looking back too fierce. They catching up. Shit, I can't stand. They dance. No fucks. Get your shit stinking. Smoke. Bubble rum. You trying your luck. Get the numbers up. Lotto. Get your niggas off stage. Sandman. Apollo. I can tell you sleep off. Red Moscato. Put a dime in the top of your face. Bravado.
Fire verse from Mila. It wasn't the back-to-back haymakers like we've seen in some of her winning verses, but she definitely had some lines in there. I felt like maybe the pocket wasn't as comfy for her as she usually likes. I think it was some of the material got a little rushed in there. So I would have liked it to come off a little cleaner, and maybe some more, potent lines with the punches. But that's my take on it.
I feel like it could have used a little more in terms of projection. It's kind of, or maybe it was presence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It didn't seem like as bold as normal.
Yeah. She's got more potential than. Well, I feel like she's definitely got more potential than what she's been showing the last couple episodes, because she's a former champ, so
former MVP.
Yeah, former MVP. So we know what she could bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Almost like almost like the space real life was in for a minute. It's like, dog, I know what you could bring to the table. You know what I mean?
Right. Most definitely. I definitely agree with that.
Y'all make some noise one time, man. Make some noise 2 times for rapidly, man. Give me the skinny beat.
Another MVP.
Been a minute, so I'm ready. I ain't gotta say none of these niggas' names. Fuck it, man. Shout out my bro Skin too, man. Love. Let's take some shots with this regeneration. Now elimination, I double stunt, and they stunt doubles. Fuck a nigga favorite, I'm about to flip like a turnbuckle. Bodies to the pavement, I bought a box, nigga high for the rock. That's cause I bought the cadence. Homicide, I rise to the top, but they homicide. I feel serenity with 30, with calm with 45. They never like when the light can take some advice from the moon. It's time to strike him and soul. Timing on time to a soul. Live up my life with the rules. Who wanna fight for the truth? Now, Bishop, just body everybody nice in the crew. Time to lose when I start attacking the back. Ain't no way to stop me. Need some habit. When this the other half, and put your mind beat. Talking dirty like Steph Curry. Cause what the fuck do y'all mean? I'm knocking on 12 right now. I think I'm y'all mean. Cause I'ma get mine. By the definition, it's so what's happening? I'm ahead of y'all dreams. Cause the box was suggested, but I put that woman first like it was Shaheed. And break down cookie faster than Hakeem. Wait, I'm the great at the great lake. I'ma say grace like a hope right. I'm the 5 minutes stay safe and have a great day. It's a mutation. Feeling like a sword, swinging right through statements. I'm King Arthur, all with the drama. I don't keep it too sacred. This middle niggas hate your honor. Fighting for my life like I was stepping Martha. His studying rappers who need an extra father. Police on the streets and I've been caged and I'm been caged and facing cruelty like an animal in a pit state. The next level, death in the sentence I own it. And I got temptation to check with the chainsaw and I'm skin facing. Move to the side when I'm rocking. Move to the loop, the truth, the rap. Slide like silence and straight. The corner pockets, never seen the packs, but I got it back and I saw the profit. Never seen once. I stepped right over. Let's get inside you, one of a cat. I'm a guy with the hunger, but a five on the other side. It's never white solely. We didn't colorize the ride. Bitch like rice and roll. You flip aside, these guys phony. Crack was under the tongue. That's why we skip the time. Surprise.
Fire verse from Trey.
Mhm.
I got a question for you. Why is it with or not why, but what is it about some MCs will say, we don't want you to cram as many words in there and provide more like breathing room and space, and then other MCs that momentum and that faster speed works in their advantage. What is it that's making that difference?
I don't see that. If you're speaking towards that working in Trey's, in Trey's advantage, I don't think that necessarily worked too much in his advantage in this episode because I feel like he could have got higher if he would have. Because I feel like he could benefit from like looking at like a rapper like Vintage because Vintage has those rapid moments too, but he is able to make it way more digestible and make like certain lines hit.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I agree that it wasn't the best in this episode, right? But and maybe I should have brought this up for another time, right? But uh I do know that he typically has like a faster sort of delivery, and even somebody like Trey St. Fauntleroy, right? Like he
Yeah,
has a
that's
faster.
what I was gonna say. I felt like he was actually in Trey St. Fauntleroy bag
That's what I felt as well.
this episode. That was Trey's style. That's not Trey authentic style, really. You know what I'm saying? Like he can do that, but obviously he can do it. You know what I'm saying? So the answer about MCs, like, so for instance, it works for Trey St. Fauntleroy, but I felt like he had to train like he didn't. I caught it early, but I felt like everybody didn't catch that in his first couple of episodes. It's like you had to get used to his style and realize what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And it became with everything that we say about people that what they need to correct. There also comes this thing of if it's what makes you unique and you master it, then it can be what sets you apart.
Yeah.
So, for instance, a lot of times when we're critiquing MCs on it, it's because they haven't mastered a certain thing. So I feel like in this case, it's the same thing with Trey Authentic.
And your lyrics matter too. Like Trey Authentic, both Trey Authentic and Trey St. Fauntleroy have great lyrical content.
Well, the other thing, the difference between Trey Authentic and Trey St. Fauntleroy in this style is Trey St. Fauntleroy's lyrics match the style.
Right.
But he has the poetic, he's very poetic and detailed in his imagery that he paints when he's doing that. Trey Authentic is not as strict on his lyrics, meaning he's great with punching and he's great at painting imagery at times, but he doesn't commit to painting pictures in as detailed a manner. And he doesn't commit to bar accuracy. So sometimes Trey Authentic can say lines that aren't fully baked. Like
that's why
early in the verse he said, we flipping like turnbuckles. When he really means people flipping off of turnbuckles, probably, because turnbuckles themselves don't flip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? but he'll get away with that in a regular verse because he's gonna come back behind that with a crazy punch.
Right.
And his rhyme patterns and schemes is so nut. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, and then he's gonna say something else that's fire. But in between that, he might say some shit that's not as fire or not as accurate. But he's so the difference between like Tone Red might do that, but he drags his shit out so far and so slow, it shows. With Trey Authentic, it don't show because he's
back to back with it.
He's back to back with it.
Yeah, and that's
so much shit. He gonna replace that 2-3 times over.
And this is somebody who's previously got a 30, right? So this could be what may be, possibly holding him back from getting a 30. That's why I said this didn't necessarily work in his favor. This episode, the I guess rapidness of the
the
flow.
I feel like it was good enough to get a good score,
right? Because he still has good lyrical content,
right? But it wasn't it wasn't the best thing we could have heard from him.
Well, the main reason what made me think about that, I was thinking about the feedback that we gave Keith's speech, right? And we'll tell somebody like Keith's speech to breathe and let his lines breathe, right? But then there are other instances with other MCs where we might not necessarily, or where not. I'm not gonna say we don't necessarily, but sometimes it seems like that delivery or whatever plays to that advantage. And so I just wanted to see if we could draw a distinction and kind of figure out where that sweet spot is.
But I mean, when you talk like when you say like when you bring up somebody like Trey Fowler, I think he does, you know what I'm saying, give that space and room between, certain lines.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like so like he has those pauses. It's very intricate what he does in those pockets. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's a difference between that. Like, okay, like we Maggie is a good comparison for this cipher, right? The way he did that shit, but it's also an intricate pocket in which he's rapping in, as opposed to just giving you and just smothering his work, right? Like there's a stylized pocket. So stylization, I think, has a lot to do with it. So stylization, lyrical content that can be interpreted and digested in the midst of it, and clarity is what will allow you to maybe jam more into the work and still get the credit for it.
Okay. Good insight.
A lot of it is it's a cadence thing a lot of the time.
All right, make some noise. We down to our final team and the symbol. Chop Suey, Kid Deceptive, King Fizzle, Stick the Scribe, and our defending champion, Kello. We need everybody on stage. Chop Suey, Kid Deceptive, King Fizzle, Stick the Scribe, Kello, let's go. So on Chop Suey.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Chop Suey. I don't really got much else to say. I'm just trying to get to this. Check. Yeah. Look. I'm starving, let me speed. I'm scarfing every MC and all that stuff. They smarter had to jog it. And we take all extremities. Plus that infinity. Your vicinity beyond divine, starting a buzz beyond infinity. Beyond the city. I ran the streets, keep on forgetting me. Championship belt is on my arm, it's causing jealousy. Y'all should brothers, we catch up, we got the wrong trajectory. I'm sorry, in this hierarchy, I fire off respectfully. Chop ball, that falling off. See all y'all respect me, some bitches. They think the fences and talk all this shit to me. In senses, don't make a difference, shit of all this tendency. Like the straight ability, bitch. I came to cause some history while I was on that pop, all of y'all in history. Chop, chop, build like a crop top, give you all the imagery. Give you all the imagery. Knock, you'll flip like a hot box, smoke, it's all you give me. I'm serious, hear my lyrics. Hi. That's all you give me. I'm serious, hear my lyrics. The industry. I'm serious, hear my lyrics. I'm off the industry. Let's step cool, got a chain around my neck. Feel like a red goose when I bless you. Holy water spit like it's confessional. I'm letting loose. Back down the hatches when I'm stepping through. Left loose, bleeding like a program in that vestibule. I guess it's cool. So you hang around me. Got my testicles, Western too. My testicles, still can hang around me. Got my testicles, the Western too. You think it's a gun, but it's a stretch tool, flexible. Do gymnastics way I flip that decimal. That's the truth. They say you better check your stool. That's the truth.
Is Chop Suey still in the chat? Are you still watching? I know he was here earlier. Well, I can tell you one thing about Chop Suey that I think goes for myself, goes for probably all the judges, definitely goes for the audience. Is we're waiting for you to get your shit off. We are waiting for you to get your shit off. I've never seen somebody get the amount of like praise and like anticipation with the history that you've had currently with the last two performances. Like, you know what I'm saying, with the amount of like slip ups. That shows like there's brilliance that's being shown and very much talent and potential being shown in how you write your shit and how you can deliver it if you get it down. I don't know if it's all preparation or if it's a bit of anxiety that's keeping you from getting the verses off. But that's the only thing limiting you. That's the main thing limiting you. I think if you were to rap them verses out at the pace that you've been rapping them, I would say probably projection would be an issue. And there's some content, the lyrical content that like you could flesh out some of them lines a little deeper than you are, but the way that you rhyming the patterns together and the rhyme scheme and the flow pattern on it is fucking crazy. Like, and I think everybody just be kind of like hanging on to every word. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we waiting for you to get that shit off. You know what I'm saying? I know you had some criticism of the scoring, which we'll talk about separately. But one thing I want to say too about that is, in addition to our experience, and in addition to what I would say like what we feel like qualifies us for judging, I feel like the other thing that you really want from judges are people that are going to sit on a live for close to 3 hours at 10:45 at night, breaking down cipher verses that happened.
Well, that is a fact. because I'm sitting here thinking about all this stuff I gotta sit here and finish and get done.
Yeah.
By the time I get off,
in the midst
I'm gonna be up all night long.
In the midst of multiple events and music projects in the works and jobs and all of that shit, you want someone that gives a fuck enough.
Cares. Yes, that cares enough.
Cares enough at the end of 40 plus MCs that we've already heard rap
to watch it again.
Yeah.
And sit down and break it down and give you feedback so that you know what you can take away with it. And
You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that from some 19-year-old, 20-year-old.
Yeah,
It ain't gonna happen.
You're not gonna get that just from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get that from any other people our age either, because niggas then stop giving a fuck 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that I'm just want to give you that. But we can talk about the rest of that afterwards. But all I can say is we are waiting for you to get you a full clean birth off, because we know that the explosion of that. Boss. We know.
Look, I won't gonna say it, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
What I'm trying to say. We know that the fireworks are there. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I know you ain't make it to sign up for this next one. So hopefully you'll be back soon.
Yeah, we see the potential, man. I'm definitely waiting for
tons of potential. And I've seen MCs like, yo, this nigga is crazy. Like I see comments, all kind of shit. Like you got fans already, and that's crazy. You ain't got a full verse off yet. So and I ain't eating.
How y'all doing tonight?
These niggas are eating.
You already know what it is. I just want to say thank you to Rap Elite for this wonderful opportunity and putting on this wonderful show. They put in a lot of work, switched up a lot of venues, man, but we made this shit happen. He made this shit happen. They made this shit happen. It took a village, like he said. But you can spend that shit.
Get deceptive.
Yo, look, I said, I hear a lot of talking like in action in the chat, they capping, talking about they spazzing, but we're rapping, I don't see it happen. When I'm rapping, you would think I'm Thanos snapping, no vision in this picture, they ain't fucking with the souls I'm packing. I keep it real, only giving absolutes, you call me Zeus, like they're tracking who I choose to meet their roots, that's a move, I'm no recruit, but if you wanna shoot, you shoot, bitch, I know you gotta shoot, next strangle by a deuce, just to show you they can hang with me, got that great game in me, life's pain is cold, so it's funny that my fake empty, know you see the change in me, tired of the fake indie, promise when I make it that mistake won't get a damn penny, earn what they deserve, but keep hers, keep them to the curb, residents observe, for a chance to burn, shoot the bird, thought the day was hot, you get it flamed and let it burn, incinerated, who debated, still remains and earns to return, families, questioning my sanity, Doc said I do this shit organically, for vanity or vanity, that's just a fraction of the plan I see for rapture, for these rappers understandably, I'm planning to be a god, and the one you call a ghost on my sacrifice, my advice, y'all ain't really have to say some cut the vice, no my great promotion race, also be another night, so why be here, so when it's see to be a satellite, no wonder, kids sit up at a landslide, spark by who stepped, and I blew down this landmine, don't take it up to this, to see how far from my damn prime, so I transform my Nissan into an S5, and all you put is audio, that's a fair trade, dropping bombs every breath, hardest person air raid, 49 rappers left straight at the stairway, this EP50, more like Rap Elite's D-Day.
Strong verse.
Good verse from him.
Definitely took, since the last feedback I think that you gave him, he's definitely taken.
I've been hearing it.
The adding the multiple syllables to the rhymes and just rhyming with stronger patterns. I felt like he almost got into the situation of running out of breath again, but he caught it and kept that energy going. There was some cool lines in there. I think the step blew like a landmine or a landmine bar. I liked it. But we still need some lines, man. We still need some I need some zingers. I need some lines that literally move me beyond what we know you do extremely well, which is the vocal projection, the flow, the presence, the entire presentation. You command attention extremely well, and you rhyme well. You rap good.
He's a good rapper. Yeah.
You're a good rapper. Like really good. That's apparent, right? It's just what takes you from. Let's see what did he score at?
It's a bit more dexterity, you know. It's a bit more. It's good though.
Give me a better adjective.
In terms of dexterity, I can give you a phrase. Just more knowledge of the tools of the trade, right? The skills of the trade, and just showing comfortability with those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, play around with it. Pause. Have fun. You know what I'm saying? And it's not an end goal, right? It's I say this is kind of like when how people look at like working out and fitness, right? It's like I always say, like, don't look for like a physical goal, just like make the lifestyle change, right? And that's kind of like what it is like with this. It's just like every single time you go there, right? Try and flex every single muscle, skill, or technique of the trade until you just master it all. You just feel comfortable. It's like a second skin.
I like that, but I think for where Kid Deceptive is in his development, that's a little ambiguous. Only in a sense of I know that it's like you're right, like you're doing a lot of things right. But it's literally pushing the pen. That's really the thing. It's the pen. It's the pushing the pen. It's the lyrical content, not what you're talking about even per se. It could be that. So like Carr says, tell your story, like who you are, what pisses you off, what makes you happy. You can tell your story. And I feel like more personal content along with your delivery could be what separates you. But I feel like there's things like more cleverness in the metaphors, some real punchlines that have setups and and like are significant room shaking punchlines. I feel like with his style of delivery, punchlining could be incredibly explosive for him.
I would expect him to be a punchliner the way that he raps.
Exactly. And I think that's what it is. I think that's one of the things is that the way that you rap, it sounds like the punch is on the way, but they don't come. They don't get there. Right? It's just kind of like it's just really good rhyming. It's like a lot of rhyming, You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of dictionary.
Yeah, it's like somebody
dictionary words.
It's like somebody just rhyming at you. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel y'all on the content aspect of it.
Like, yeah, it's a content. It's purely a content thing. It's the separation. It's either gonna have to be more substance or it's gonna have to be more punching. And
I think the punching is probably going to be his thing, right? Because I think because he's still young, right? And so like a lot of sort of those like more poignant things that we're looking to hear from him is going to come with time, and as he grows and matures and has more life experiences. And I feel like I said this before. That's why I feel like now is the time for him to just like really hammer down on those technicals and keep living life and looking at it through an introspective lens, but just really focus on those like fundamentals.
Right.
The fundamentals right now is like, okay, so the challenge last time was rhyme patterns. You've done much better with that.
Yeah.
I've been asking you to punch. I'm gonna say your new assignment is effective punching.
Yeah, definitely. There was somebody else I felt like we encouraged to do that before, to focus on effective punching, and I think they did that. I can't think of who though.
I can't say.
Yeah, we'll have to check the tape, the reel.
1-1-1. King Fizzle. Voice
Fizzle.
speed check. Okay, melodic, I'm good.
Oh my gosh, it's 11.
He had a crazy look.
It's under sedation and to be atrocity. 24 surgeries, never planned to be obsolete. Anatomy and oddity, broken hands and feet all of me. Walking up, sudden death demand from me apology. Refugee offenses of answering and homily. Like in a trance to speak autonomy. Surgeons, panther, asking me flawlessly. This can't be a policy. Even then in anesthesiology said, damn, this man just be anomaly. Don't even try and touch me, you might die in seconds. King Fizzle back outside of Friday Headman. New building, still in inside, drama 9/11. First Muslim champion to embarrass Fizzle. Without King Fizzle spitting Arabic wisdom, you couldn't have an arrow system. Call a Mecca, Virginia rap lyricism. Don't get your point split, cause you refuse to think. I spit scat, twist your face like donkey stick. I think melodic how we do this thing. Now watch me turn the tables like it's sushi king. And it's too hard to be priest for you sinners. I'm bringing demons to winter. Too hot, digits is three in the figures. The other reason freestyle is even considered. You see an ice like activation, keep it in blizzard. You spit the wrist happy like dropping an ankle. Agar glasses with my raps lock you in shambles. I wager it got me through the ramble. So I don't memorize, just look at the Procter and Gamble. Sudden death owes me an apology.
Look at the Procter and Gamble. It's crazy.
Crazy verse from King Fizzle. You know, we can always ask for him to be a little more in pocket, but you know, that's part of his style.
Look, I was just about to ask, like, did Fizzle like make adjustments, or did we just like become acclimated to his style? Like, did we just like did our ears just become trained to it?
We've tuned into his style. There are still people that do not fuck with Fizzle's style. No, really, that don't fuck with that, you know, offbeat, doing what he want to do style. I feel like, you know, there's also people that love it so much, right? Like huge
I think
fans.
I'm one of those ones.
Yeah, I think all of us in the judging and you know the core, like been around Rap Elite for and just really understand like where he be coming from with the lyrical like dexterity and his style. It's just once again, it's like a thing about mastering a style, right? He has like it's like one of those drunken master styles, right? You know, like a lot of the rules are being broken, but you have to respect it because of where he can take it. And that's Fizzle. And I mean, the ability to not know if he's actually freestyling in the middle of his verse or if he isn't. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly it appears that he is, and that's an impressive thing that most people are not doing on stage or taking those risks. Fizzle's able to do that effectively. So yeah. But let's get through this.
Let me take an inch. Yo, for those who don't know, I'm Stick Scribe. For those who do, what's happening? Yes, sir? Check. Praise hip hop. Feel me? Listen. Look, in the world's current state.
can get in my bag. The current time I hold the wave and carry ties on my back, along with backpack rappers, even whack trap rappers. And I keep a magazine for the Mad Max bastards. It's a massacre. Grab a mask and chainsaw hacker. Crack him like a cold and say break him down into atoms. Then I give the young go halfsies on a dime bag with a dime piece and a piece of her bag. So don't like bad. In your jacket pocket, profit off of pussy popping. Must be out of options. Go and top this, try and stop this. You make money, I won't make the list roll. Place it in the pot then. Don't make money, I won't take your bitch and make a Mary drop it. And it's funny, I can write it scripted. PhD a doctor. Put him down if you were thinking that their last ball was a flop. Top who? Oh, your screws been knocked loose. I'm not usually in tune with dudes speaking out of turn. But it's amusing me. I use the beats as energy to burn them. Kind of sentence that no business, my respect, all been earned. I'm a learner. Let it towards the inside of an urn. Strike a nerve, make everyone else concerned. Like, should we swerve or stick around and observe? Cause stick is really a verbal go with every word we talk. In every verse, you boys should be very nervous. My nerves bad, not quicker than the bird bell. Very bad. This goes out to the vultures. Silly culture, bars talking till they coming like Georgia. Spirit stalk your bitch, shut the fuck up when I'm talking. MC's putting their heads down, nigga, bitch, when I walk in. Facts.
Super solid verse from Stick to Scribe, clean, conviction, projection, lyrical content is dope. I really, I always used to say this back in the day, like early Scribe in the ciphers, like want some of those stronger like lines, like lines that can hit home on their own a little bit. But I mean, the verse is hard. The verse is dope.
Yeah, it was a dope verse.
F, any feedback on Scribe?
I mean, nah, it was just a fire ass verse, yeah.
Word.
Yeah, I think it's fire.
Hey, Richard, if you're alive, let me get a yeah! Put a 5 up for the 50th episode. Put a 5 up. I'm going to end this thing with 5s up. I go by Kello. You can drop that, man. Yeah, Kello, that's K-Yellow. I got merch in the back. Say merch in the back. Don't follow me, share energy with me. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Just rock me. Look, I'm in the back of the phone. Kello goes home. What it does and it doesn't. My back on it doesn't. And I can show you what it do. First show and proof. Niggas be talking and chat, but they don't like to chat when you walk in the room. I walk when I talk, I might walk for you. Slam a pussy like the comic and zoo. Everyone going to crew. Y'all paid the rap. I came to rap. It's a merchandise too. It's different, my nigga. That's cause I'm different, my nigga. The line of the difference, my nigga. If y'all niggas big, something like this, my nigga. I'm dope as a bitch. Bobby and Lee, my nigga. Rock with the bitch, my nigga. Ain't got it. The quickest agility, you a bitch. My nigga, I'm fitting. Put my dick in the blender, my nigga, my hold up. 47 rappers in the roll up. I roll up and hop out and hop out. I roll up, I'm pressing on buttons. They pressing control up, control. I know what I know, but I know what you know what. Nigga, Kello been going out crazy. Always nigga out without baby. She ain't never seen me, my baby. Welcome to the reason niggas hate me. I don't need a reason for a baby. I don't rap free, I need a baby. Come on, nigga. It's a shame I'm doing nonsense. Makes me amazing. I'm moving properly. The area when you do it with ease. It was easy. They don't know that I was caged inside my thoughts. I'm well seasoned and every day you live pepper garden. Caged and I ain't selling my melanin. My soul is not for sale. The always operation. For you the operation on my operation. I go by Kello with the complications in my bachelor. Always back to basics. We're back to the baby. Back to the station. I'm the nicest genius scene. They can get the right the curve with the words. With wordplay, never basic. I say what I say when I say it. And I mean I'm in the basement. You ain't seen it if it ain't basic. I go by Kello, Kello. Nigga, what you saying?
Fire verse. I feel like it didn't have as much content as we've been getting from Kello. It also the projection. I know you try and play it back a little bit. I don't know if it was because I don't know. I don't want to say it's because he didn't have it down all the way or whatever, but it didn't have the putting his foot down type of delivery like we've been having, but the flow insane. The pattern crazy.
Yeah, I like how he started the verse a lot.
Yeah, that's one thing about him is like when we talk about stylized things, he's very stylized. And he's another person that can kind of like somewhat smother his work, if you want to call it that. But I don't look at it that way because of the way that he presents it. It's so intentional, right? And the flows that he uses to get his content off is intricate. So the art is in that too. But yeah, it just didn't have the projection or the content that I feel like some of his stronger verses have had in the last maybe 3-4 performances that he's brought to the cipher. Still enough to get a 27, right? So, and that commences our recap. We had a great number of people watching for a long period of time. So those 6 that are still here, super shout out to y'all.
Super shout out. Yeah.
Super shout out to y'all for being here for the whole 3 hours, or at least being here at the end. But yes, thank you, Ease, thank you, F. For those that, once again, that are here or watch this after the fact, Rapper's Delight, August 11th at the Hippodrome. Also, Radio Being Friends, August 18th at Ramley Park, free concert, as well as RVA Rap Elite episode 51, August 20th, 5 p.m. at Ember Music Hall. So we got a lot in store and more. Yeah, any last words?
No, I don't have any. I'm good.
Y'all.
Yo, appreciate everybody. Peace, peace, peace. See y'all soon.
I don't know.